poquito, poquito. I forget the rest of the words. But it is Cinco de Mayo, everybody. I will do Mark Anthony later. How's everyone going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with. There is so much news to go over, but first, guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Throw hugs for everyone. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. I got a little sick before. Cole Oikle says, first to like and comment. What up, Cole Oikle? Also, drinking claws because Randy was drinking them this morning. Yeah, that was not a good thing. I had to sleep. I did not feel well at all. Quan Scorpio, how's it going? Omi to the moon, Ari Realty. Yes, I did buy more Omi today, but I have to get into Earth 2 first because we have some breaking news from Shane. We do have we had a tweet from Shane, and it had a picture of an E2 credit card. And well, what does that mean? Well, an Earth 2 credit card means exactly what you think. The Earth 2 credit card, they have said, has already paid out well over six figures to people that they have that have been waiting. And I can't wait to get one. I put the idea of having. Hey, what's up, Abdur? How much money? How's it going? I took the idea of going and saying, okay, well, what about cryptocurrency? When can I put E2 cryptocurrency on my company's balance sheet? I haven't answered yet. Again, I just tweeted it, but that Earth 2 credit card basically says that you can be able to withdraw from Earth 2 100%, be able to withdraw like very, very easily. It's going to be a credit card withdrawal. Sorry, my hair is all in a craze right now, but I'm just very, very excited for that because finally we're going to get a bunch of people to remember when Joe Biden told Trump to shut the hell up, man. We're going to get a bunch of these doom and gloom people that are just like, oh, Earth 2's broke, Earth 2 this, and then we're just gonna be like, okay, well, what do you have to say now? You just, I mean, those people are just negative. They're gonna find something else to complain about. But you know, like, when is phase 2? But that again, this is a big step, and you actually do want this step before phase 2 launches. You want the step before cryptocurrencies become available, because it wouldn't make much sense to be able to go and say, okay, well, we have everything. You can put money in, but you can't take it out. It's like, if anyone ever seen Stripperella, it was on FX years ago, I believe, and they have this mad sign that says, you can put pennies in, but you can't take them out. What? So it was really fun. But that's the type of thing where you could expect, okay, this makes sense. They're going in steps. You know, they have precision, very, very much so. And again, that's just step one. We're in the last stages of phase 1, right before phase 2. So I did buy more tiles today. I bought about an extra $90-ish worth of tiles in Chaveztopia. Again, I'm not sure where you can get tiles for like 50 cents or 60 cents now. I think in Yemen's the closest that I found, just a quick search, 69.5 cents. That would comment nice down below for the 69. Also, be advised, guys, this might be a short stream tonight, as I'm really not. Those White Claws did me in. They were there for a while. I don't know if they're expired. We'll get into OMI because I know a couple of people are here for that or are in for that. If the crypto market, again, crypto summer, but if the crypto market, Binance has anything to show us, is billions of dollars are going into Binance and not a lot is leaving Binance. They're all going, and yeah, a lot of it's going to Bitcoin, but a lot of it's going to altcoins as well. A lot of it's going to altcoins and the fact that this is our time. You're going to have people that say like, okay, well, wait for the crypto winter and it's going to dip. And yeah, in 2013 and 2017, it did. So to their credit, they were right. Historically, that makes sense. But the crypto market has never been trillions of dollars before. It's never even been 1 trillion before this most recent bull run. And now the fact that Bitcoin alone is over $1 trillion and the whole market itself is like 2.35 trillion. Also, I was right about Stellar Luna. That went up like 14 or 15% over the last day or so. Doge, honestly, I will never invest, even though I think that could go to $1 by Saturday. And I could do a quick flip, but I can't. I just can't. It would hurt me to put something into a coin that has no fundamentals. And again, Doge is the number 4 crypto in the world. So that's what, I don't know how many hundreds of, or I don't know how many billions of dollars that is. Was it 77 billion or 100 billion? Whatever it is something that you don't, you're just not going to be able to recover from when that crashes, if it does crash. Yes, I did see the tweet. I will go over that again. Zana says Doge. Yes, heart Doge. What do you think about the lack of info at the moment with E2? I don't really think there's a lack of info. They've Well, you could make the argument that the more info we get, the greater our circle of ignorance. Because when we had one thing of Earth 2, it's like, okay, we had a couple of questions, and then we get another piece of information for Earth 2, but that just raises more questions. So there's no shortage of information. And again, they just tweeted that in order to fix an issue with paying people, they've had many issues with that. People trying to take out $1,000, and then you know what? The $1,000, when they go to pay them, they accidentally paid $2,000, and they were doing that for a while. So what they did, just to have that Earth 2 credit card, Earth 2 debit card, similar to what Revolut has, and you're just going to be able to go and say like, okay, this is something where we can be able to pay you guys directly into your account. And again, I planted the seed. Again, I have currently Bitcoin and OMI. I'm one of the only people that have it on their balance sheets. Well, Bitcoin, yeah, a lot of people have it on their balance sheets. I mean, outside of the big ones like MicroStrategy, Grayscale, Tesla, Square, and I think Twitter soon as well. Outside of that, I don't know of any other. I don't know of any other business owners that have Bitcoin on the balance sheets. Even my clients, I'm not there anymore. I went to them and was like, listen, as I was getting out, as I was about to retire, like, listen, I'll help you if you ever need anything. But smooches, my bae, how's it going? If you ever need anything, let me know. I'll still be able to help. But for the most part, if you're taking profit, buy Bitcoin and put that on your balance sheet. I would tell every single one of my clients that back when I was a financial advisor. MC Burger Pants, I actually did buy more OMI. I did buy more OMI today, a couple grand worth. So I have like 5,250,000, so something along those lines. So I increased my holdings by another $250,000. Randy, thoughts on Gary V's NFT project? I haven't even looked at it yet. It'll probably be successful. But outside of that, again, Warren Buffett used to say, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. What I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing that billions of dollars are being poured into Binance. If the opposite was true, money's being taken out of Coinbase, it's being taken out of Kraken, it's being taken out of Binance, I'll be like, all right, now's probably a good time to sell. But it's not. That's not what's happening right now. The fundamentals are so clear with Bitcoin and all of these other altcoins. And I'm looking into not making an ETF per se, but looking into a bunch of different ones. OMI right now is one of my favorites because it has the most upside. Stability wise, Bitcoin is going to be the highest. It's going to be it's the actual reserve currency. Like the dollar is the world reserve currency in Earth 1. But in virtual world, you have Bitcoin. That's digital gold. Ethereum is digital silver. There are many people speculating that, well, Ethereum 2.0 has been delayed so many times, we're not going to be able to have as much as we want. And, it's not coming quick enough, and Cardano's fees are a lot cheaper. And yeah, you're right, Cardano's fees are a lot cheaper. If Ethereum 2.0 comes out and the gas fees for everything are not $60, let's say they're still $15, Cardano might rise a lot more. You have a bunch of these other people that, I think everyone's on like GoChain. GoChain's in like everything. I found our GoChain is going with Earth 2, but again, I'm one of the only business owners I know with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is hard and a big enough pill for people to try to swallow. But OMI, I'm the only one that has OMI on their balance sheets, I believe, as far as business owners go. Let me know if you're a business owner and you have an LLC and you have OMI on your balance sheet, because I do. It's great. I love it. And outside of that, I want to do that with Earth 2 as well. So I just tweeted at Shane. I was like, hey, I love you. When can I put Earth 2 currencies on my balance sheet? And again, he hasn't responded yet. So I'm going to get to some comments because I know I'm falling behind on those. MC Burger Pants says, buy more OMI. I did today. Vibeland, what's up? Says, hey, Randy, thoughts on Gary V's NFT project? I haven't really looked into it, but it'll, I think, be successful. Aaron Oglive said, what alts are you invested in? Honestly, outside of Bitcoin and OMI, I don't have any other crypto. Cardano's probably good. I haven't gone deep down the rabbit hole with that, but that's probably good long term. Binance coin has been going crazy. When I first started looking into it, it was like $400 a coin. Now it's like almost 600. That coin, but again, I don't think that has a ton of upside short term. Other things I was looking into, I was looking into Mana from Decentraland and just other game currencies, but it's really pointless. That point is pretty much moot because you have the currency of E2 coming out, and that's going to be huge. So I'm going to put pretty much all the excess capital that I'm not putting into Bitcoin and only into the Earth 2 crypto. Well, I've been doing that into the Earth 2 game just because I have I'm nowhere near like Nameless and Tech Ops, Guidebook Gaming. They have like $500 a day they're getting from land income tax because they have several 100,000 tiles. I only have 20,000, so I'm not getting that. But the ideas with again, looking at things not historically, because you can't look at it historically because we're in uncharted territory as far as crypto goes. The uncharted territory we're in is that it's never been trillions of dollars. We didn't have big institutional investing about to come in, and outside of that, we don't have big companies that have never before put Bitcoin on their balance sheet, and that's just that. So the world is changing at a very, very fast pace. The governments of the world are going to be years behind, as they always are. So yeah, this is our time to be able to get that. And then Earth 2, again, to the heckin' moon. So moving on. MC Burger Pants says, I bought some this morning at 0.0051. Congrats, MC Burger Pants. It says, I'm just over 2 mil. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I believe we'll be millionaires. That I think, when it goes to $1 mid-2020s, they're worth a lot of money. This is life-changing money. This is wife-changing money if you're into that. Husband-changing money if you're into that too. Will OMI follow Doge? Yes and no. Again, the fundamentals for OMI are perfect. If you want to look at the technical analysis for OMI, I mean, it's probably going to go down a little bit more, but I bought today because it was under that 0.005, and I was like, okay, this is perfect. I can't pass this up because not God forbid, but just in the off chance that it doesn't go down and I'm unable to buy more. Again, I did this knowing full well that I again, over leveraging myself. I had that scholarship that I had to pay for that I set up my old high school. I had taxes I had to send out. I have doo-doo. I have no money left. Thankfully, rent is paid already. But yeah, I'm doing that because, okay, struggle. That's what you do. You go in and you find ways to invest and keep things simple. I couldn't do this if I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment in New York. I'm not. I have a 1-bedroom, which is more like no bedroom, but I have that, and even that's an improvement from the boiler room that I was in. If you want to continue investing, and I've invest intelligently, follow me again. Not financial advice, not financial advisor. I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing and how I retired at 30 and all that. But I still see it. I still see the ideas, and that's why I'm streaming so much, because I want to be able to. Every stream I get new subscribers, so I was like, okay, well, stream as much as I can. Build up the base like wide, and we're already deep. We already have a good community here. I stream in the mornings for my European folks, and I stream at night right after Guidebook Gaming. So that's really fun, and I think we could all really change each other's lives. I forget where I was going with this. But, oh yeah, so we'll only follow Doge. Now, Doge, like I said, I think it might hit $1 by Saturday, just because of Elon Musk and what he's doing. He's he's like the 23rd most followed person on Twitter. He's got a country following him, like I mean, an actual in population size country, and he just tweets about it. And had he not tweeted about it, would Doge have been as big as it is? No, absolutely not. But that's also why I'm very surprised that Bitcoin isn't higher. It's outrageous to me that Bitcoin's not over 100,000, and it doesn't make sense to me that also OMI's not over like one to 2 pennies right now. So buying it down here at a discount is great. Again, you have a bunch of people saying, well, the original investors, they're going to liquidate. Okay, make that price go down. Again, be fearful when others are greedy, but be greedy when others are fearful. That goes down. Buy as much as you can. That's what I'm doing. Again, not financial advice. What about the E2 card? Oh, so if in case you missed that, how far behind am I? All right, only 6 minutes. In case you missed that, Amsterdam, I'm going to try that because that's only 59 cents. And I'll just buy more just to get more resources. So the E2 card is just going to be something that you can do a credit card withdrawal. We're learning today. I was about to call something a white paper the other day, and I said white people instead of white paper, and I still get messages be like, white people hot. I was like, oh, yeah. So you have I'm sorry, alcohol is killing me. What about the E2 card? You have something that you're going to be able to come in and pay people right away, which is perfect. I can't wait to get one. I want 2. One for the Chavez Trading Company, one for the Chavez Canto Project. Even though the Chavez Trading Company, technically nobody's working there because it is just me. I just want to, again, I still have the business, I still have the company. Again, Omi's on the balance sheet for those two. And Earth 2 will be as well. I cannot wait. So actually, that'd be really cool to go over like tax returns or, profit and loss and balance sheets, just to be able to say, look, I got on my balance sheet. Who's next? Sort of domino effect. Macero's 53 cents. Oh, interesting. Good call, Teddy Fisher. Good call. I think Doge will collapse hard after $1. When it does, well, see, when it does collapse, because again, there's no fundamentals about it. It's probably going to go hard. But I also think there's a chance that some people, when they were buying AMC and buying GameStop, they had this thing of like, even after it goes to 500 and people are buying at $300 and $500 and it comes back down to 150, like, no, buy and hold, round two. There's going to be people, for whatever reason, that think it's going to go up forever, and it won't. So I think that shows a little bit of immaturity. Again, not some people just like, throw $1,000 in it for whatever, for the laughs, like, oh, this is about to go up. But yeah, when people realize, or when Elon Musk finally stops tweeting about it, realize that you can't do anything with it, and you have hundreds of thousands of new Doge each day. It's like that's so much. That's so much, and it's just not really not fair to the people that bought in early. I mean, I guess, or for the people that are tricked. The people that bought in early are having a good time right now. I remember 2014 or 2015 when I was first exposed to it. I could have bought it for like 1/10 of 1 penny. Similar that we can get similar to Omi right now. And it's like, oh, but obviously Omi will take much less time to go to $1. Dogecoin is just, yeah, I don't. Will collapse probably, but not as hard as I think, because there's going to be people that are going to be saying, like, okay, let's hold it and go for round two. South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands are 55 cents. Ooh, NIUEs for 49 cents. I'm going to buy tiles there just to get more tiles that I can put into resource and stuff to put into Shoptopia. Who's Randy? I'm Randy. What's going on, Obi Kenobi? Obi Ken Obi. All right, not too far behind on comments. Fabateska for 53 cents. E2 for life forever, 100%. Spratly Islands, 44 cents. Oh, wow, these are great. These are fantastic. I think Doge has been good for crypto in regards to new investors. I believe they'll take profits in other coins. Yeah, the people that are going to take profit from it, and that goes into other coins, some of it might be Omi. I don't know. I think Omi is not really well enough known yet to be able to do that, just because no one knows about it. Even a lot of people that are on View that are just collectors that are not into finance at all. They're probably not sure what Omi is. They might say, oh, well, I have a wallet, it's interesting, but they don't care about it because it doesn't affect them. $1 is always going to be equal to 1 gem. And by the way, Vivi is doing us a solid. When it's on the Apple Store and it's on the Google Play Store, and we put in $1 and we get $1 worth of gems, but they eat 30% of those. Like, when we put in, let's say, $100 and we get 100 gems, only $70 are giving to Vivi. The other 30%, the other $30 is going to the Apple Play Store and going to Google Play Store. But in that same breath, we can cash out for the full dollar. We can cash out everything that we have. So really what Vivi's doing, they're just eating that price, which I actually don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that Apple and Google are trying to, nickel and dime them there. But the fact that they're eating 30%, that's a lot. 30% is a lot. But that's only for, us cashing out, which hopefully we don't do. I mean, if somebody wanted to try to bankrupt, they put in $1 million worth, take out $1 million worth, they have to eat 300,000 in fees. I don't think they'd allow them to do that, though. I hope not. But yeah, I thought that was very, very interesting. But they have an influx of gems coming in every single day, especially today, because they have the new Cryptkins coming out tomorrow. Moving on. Aaron Ogilvie says, I think Doge has been good for crypto in regards to new investors. I believe they'll take. Yeah, I just read that. Sorry. Macero 53. Oh, this is great. Teddy Fisher for the win. Give me all these places that I can have as far as places in Earth 2 for very, very cheap. MC Burger Pants, what's going on? Says, I got land in Eastern Fiji, $1 per tile, but awesome beach areas. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I get so many messages each day about, hey, buy my property. Hey, buy my property. I'm giving it for this. And it's like, all right, if I do that for everyone, I'm just going to be broke in like 6 hours. So I don't. Fabulous Camping says, I bought a DeLorean today on Vive. I must say, yeah, the DeLoreans are great. It says it's pretty cool. The DeLoreans that you get touch the car door, it goes up like a Model X. Like, it's so cool. And again, being able to do this, not just in the VV-verse, but going to other platforms like they want to, is going to be bananas. I can't wait. Bateska for 53 cents. Quad Shoto says, what's up, Randy? Do you use Bit4X app or website? My app wasn't, yeah. So I don't know if it doesn't work for me because I'm in New York or it doesn't like me. I don't know. But my partner in crime, Aria Realty, uses Bit4X. But he uses it on his computer. He says that works a lot better for him. McBurger Pan says, sorry, not selling. I just mean bought some there. I know what you meant. Family's Camping says, the AR feature is intriguing. Yeah, the AR feature is great. The augmented reality is like, that's Pokemon Go. Like, that's Pokemon Go, but it just in a different way. It's really cool. And like I said, the future of video games is going to be AR and AG and AR and VR. It will, you'll always have the handheld system. They'll always have a place, but this is, like I said, on the precipice of $1 trillion industry. And we're lucky enough to be a part of it in its infancy. Grand goal for 64. Yeah. So all right. So I got a lot of places to go as far as land in E2. So outside of that tweet from Shane again. Now that that's taken care of, you're gonna have to be able to buy it. They're gonna have to ship it and everything. So that'll take a little while. But I guarantee you now that that's taken care of and everything's tested, kid tested, mother approved. Now that it's tested, we're going to be able to go and finally start with the announcements of the crypto. In the next couple of weeks, he's probably going to announce, hey, in 1 week, we're going to have an announcement of what our crypto is going to be. And then it'll either be something on GoChain or will be GoChain, hopefully OMI, I don't know. But probably just something on GoChain that they're making themselves. And then we're going to have phase 2 shortly after that. So that's the timeline. I predict probably by sometime in June, maybe early July, that we have phase 2. Which again, games sometimes take years to develop. Like Grand Theft Auto games sometimes like multiple years. Like what was that game recently that came out that was delayed, had all those bugs? Elon Musk played it. Squid Cat says, sold all my OMI, gonna buy back with that dip. Oh my god, Squid Cat. That might work next week if the price goes down again. I would never sell here. I'm buying here. I would never sell here and then just, I just couldn't do that. I could not do that. That is something that would be, I would never be able to do. Why? Because like if that gets absorbed, again, when it went down to 0.004 or whatever it went down to today, big sell, somebody scooped in and bought that right up. It was basically a trade-off. It was a cross trade. As soon as it went down, someone bought it right back up. And it's like, okay, that's most likely what's going to happen. You have whales in this already. You have millionaires in this already. So they're not out. These people that don't exist. They're already in, ready to drop hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on this, just because of the potential that's there. It's bananas. And when they see some people like me, again, some people already that bought $150,000 at 1 penny. And now it's down to less than half that, or 1.1 cents. Now it's down to half that. How do you think they feel? You think they're scared? No, they're probably just like, no, probably should have, bought later. Shouldn't have bought at the top. But that's just what happens. Again, I wouldn't do that. But again, there is a chance that, or most likely next week, where it does dip. Maybe it goes to 0.003, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe again it dips for a little bit, and then somebody buys it right back in and does a cross trade, and it doesn't go. Teddy Fisher, oh, thank you. Saint and Sandy Point for 50 cents. Roger Sarasoli says, realistically, how long before we see a true upward movement for OMI? I think they're doing new drops every week now, instead of every couple weeks. So that's an improvement already. So again, all these big catalysts should have made it go from 0.008 where I was getting in at first. And it should be between 1 and 2 cents right now, in my analysis of it. And again, the deeper I go into it, the more I'm so shocked that is this low. But I would say over the next coming months, again, once they announce more things, announce more partnerships, and just not even announcing the partnerships. We know they have NFL, we know they have Marvel, we we know almost 100% positive that I'm 100% positive they have Pokemon, but outside of that, when they announce it, yeah, that'll tick it up a little bit. But really, it's when they announce the drops. When are they doing the drops for Jurassic Park? When are they doing the drops for Star Trek or Star Wars? Like they haven't said that yet. And a lot of the stuff that they had dropped was really before some of this hype was getting in, or at least before we were in, before I was in. And when there was only, again, in April, or no, I'm sorry, March 3rd, I think, there was like 15,000 users. There was nobody on. And then we have 250,000 users, 6 weeks later. It did not make sense that increased by what, 16x, 17x, and the price only doubled. Did not make sense at all. Like the price is only double where it was in April, where it was like 0.003 cents, and now it's and now it's now it's almost back down to that. So you have the VV app users going from here to here, but the OMI coin only going from here to here. So that again, the fundamentals don't make sense, and there's going to be a huge correction when it does go, and it goes past that 0.008. That is the resistance. When it goes to that, it's going to go to all-time highs. It's either going to retest the all-time highs and come back down, or it's just going to go right past. It's going to blow right past it, because all this pent-up potential, all this pent-up buying aggression that people have, and once it finds out about it, again, you can't look at it, you can't read it right now in technical analysis, because you can't be bought. It has a lower trading volume than it should have, because it's impossible to buy. You have it on Bitforex and Ascendex and Gate.io, but that's it. So when they get on more exchanges, that's what's going to be able to be the one that's going to be the big catalyst. Other exchanges that nobody's ever heard of, maybe a little bit, but Binance is going to be the big one, or at least something more reputable and that people are more comfortable to buy, where they don't have to go through 3 different things to buy Bitcoin, send it over, buy USDT with the Bitcoin, and then buy OMI with that, and then trading it out to a trust wallet. So moving on. That is yeah, mega risky. MC Berg fans, I would not sell. Jago in Brazil says, hey, what's up, Randy? What do you think of the new Cryptkin drop? Hang on a sec. I got a good feeling about this VV in the hands of the kids. That's what, yeah. Hands of the kids. It's not taking over the world like Pokemon did in the 90s, but again, it's still young, and they haven't done any advertising. Pokemon had everywhere you saw was Pokemon cards, Pokemon plushies, Pokemon lunchboxes. They're very, very good marketing. VV hasn't marketed yet, and it's already 250,000 users, and that was the end of April. So now it's probably creeping up towards the 300K mark. Anyone that has kids knows that, oh yeah, they bought a Fortnite skin, or they bought this for their character. They know where this is going. Kids know where this is going. This is the future. And it's a little sad, because it's like, okay, well, what happened back in the day? Action figures, actual Pokemon cards, like things that you can hold in your hand. And I'm almost a little melancholy about it, because the world is changing, and the time where we grew up, late 20s, early 30s, that world doesn't exist anymore. That world is over. Some parts of the world where there's really not a lot of technology, sure, but as far as I think most of us are in first world countries, it's over. This is a dawn of a new era, and adapt or die. Like don't let technology pass you by. That is going to be the biggest piece of advice that I have. Actual advice, not financial advisor advice. Actual advice, and definitely the world that our parents grew up in, and grandparents. Yeah, that's been over for a long time. So the world changes very, very quickly, and to our parents and grandparents' credit, people that grew up in the Great Depression or grew up World War II, post World War II, time for the most part stayed relatively the same. It was a very slow progression. You had civil rights movements, and you had addition TV and radio, but now in 2016, when I was in Kuwait and some stuff happened, and we didn't really have internet for a few days. I felt like I missed out on like 2 weeks worth of stuff just in a couple days, because you had that lady in the Chewbacca mask going, and then there's not Doge. What was the thing that it's not about the breadsticks, it's about the lies. Shove breadsticks in purse. So yeah, the world changes very, very quickly. If you're not online virtual reality for a couple days, you miss out. But yeah, I think kids is definitely the way to go. Quadshoto says, will the price go down when the Founders token are released? Probably, and I'm here for it. Aria Realty's like, I need that Earth 2 credit card. Same girl. Nancha Kwando for 44 cents. Wow, these are great. Will it be on Binance.us? Are you talking about Earth 2 coin or the Omi coin? Omi coin is most likely going to be there first. Although that would be a power move if when Earth 2 said we just financed a 7-figure acquisition, and the acquisition was them saying, oh yeah, because it costs $1 million to go on Binance. The acquisition is them acquiring a space on Binance for their token. That would be such a power move. That would be so baller, gangster, pew pew, shots fired at everyone else. That'd be great. But I think Omi first. But again, there's a chance that Earth 2 goes on there first with their crypto. JP says, you still think the end of the year is 10 cents conservative? Yeah. Again, this is going to be a violent breakout when it does break out. So that's why over leveraging myself, buying these things. I'm buying more Earth 2 tiles. I'm buying more Omi. I'm buying more Bitcoin, because when it violently breaks out, and it will, we'll be very, very happy. I don't see it. It's so hard to get so lower. But as it gets, this is going to be, next week is probably going to be one of the last times you're going to see it at that price ever, guaranteed. Because when we go to June, when we go to June, that's it. Especially once we get on that Binance. And I'm just saying June because it might take a little time for it to recover, maybe like a week or so. As again, it's hard to buy right now. So yeah, 10 cents I think is conservative. I think maybe more. Well, my bullish case is around 12 to 15 cents by the end of the year. Base case is 10 cents. My bearish case is like 6 cents. So that's what I think. 10x is from here. But moving on. JP says that will happen after the bull run price-wise. Yeah. Smooches, you too. You have a great night, although she's definitely long gone by now. Ted Fidgets at Amsterdam, 59 cents. Yep. Quadshoto says Pokemon movie, Pokemon anime, Pokemon McDonald's, promos, clothing, plushies. Yeah, Pokemon was everywhere in the 90s. It took over. But it's even more prevalent now because it's not just kids anymore. It's kids and adults. Being able to share this with our kids. Because I don't know about you guys, but my parents did not play video games. They were not, they were the ones trying to control the N64 thing like this. They didn't do it with their thumbs. They're like, they're just not good at video games at all. And but us, we grew up on this, so it's definitely something that being able to share this with kids is really great. When I was living with my friend Mark, and his daughter was big into video games, but he wasn't. He played like Tiger Woods golf, like 07, back in the day. So we would play video games together, and it's like, wow, you're really good at this. Like, kid, I've been doing this for a long time. And we would play like Felix the Cat together. Like, she had one of those Nintendo classics, so we'd play Felix the Cat. We would play old school like pinball. We'd play old school just Super Mario Brothers, like a bunch of those games. And that was really special to me to be able to share that with the next generation. Thank you guys for 15 likes. Christopher Aria says, waiting to buy more Omi when people panic sale when the Founders tokens are released. Yeah, I have Bitcoin ready to go, ready to send to my good friend Aria Realty so he can buy for me. JP says, buy now or when there's more FUD about Founders tokens being released. I buy whenever I have money. That's it. I can't help you when to buy. Nobody can predict the bottom. No one can predict the top. I just buy whenever I can. Am I saving a little bit for next week? Yeah, absolutely. I'm saving that for next week because that's I believe we're going to get even cheaper. Earth 2 review says, check change new tweet, MasterCard. Yes, we have gone over that. That was like one of the first things we went over. Them being able to pay out people. They've already paid out 6 figures already. So it's going to go really, really quickly. I'm very excited. This just got real. Thanks, JP says, thanks, Pumpkin. You guys are great. Oh, so it has been a half hour since we started. So what does that mean? Shout out to Patreon members. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida, la 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 la. Voy a reír, voy a gozar. I'm sorry, it's Cinco de Mayo. I gotta sing some Spanish stuff. I noticed that when I am when I go on and there's like 7 or 8 people waiting, and then I start off with a song, it goes down to like 4 people. They're like, nope, they X out. But that's what my subscribers expect now. Half hour, everyone say hello to Dashi. Dashi, can I pet Dashi? There you go. Good, good Dashi. Squidcat says Gary Vee just expanded NFTs to include special perks. I can see that working big in the entertainment world. Yeah, 100%. Like I feel like that's something that a bunch of women are gonna wear the same way they do bags, like Birkin bags or whatever. There's like, oh, check out this NFT like necklace I got or whatever. Something along those lines. So when you have things like that, you have when you have things like that, you have a clout, and people are going to get the best of the best and get one of one. Like, oh, I have this, and there's only a certain amount of these in the world. Like, okay, well, good for you. I mean, but seriously, it is good. That's part of the reason why I got Trophy Kangaskhan. I like these one of a kind things. Nathan Hernandez, what's up, buddy? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Of course, of course. I remember all of my subscribers. But yeah, also the fact that NFT art is one thing, but this art, it's movable art. You're gonna be able to do a lot of things with it. You're gonna be able to go and say like, oh, hey, yeah, we're gonna take this Optimus Prime NFT and we're gonna fight this T-Rex from Jurassic Park NFT, and it's gonna be great. I'm so pumped for that. I can't wait. I'm here for it. Quacho says Doge could paradoxically pass Bitcoin. No, nothing will pass Bitcoin. Yeah, and the reason is because there's no ETFs for Doge. There's no ETFs for that. That'd be absolutely insane. That would be, if anyone were to do that, I would slap them, because that's idiotic. That's moronic. No, that I don't think anything will ever pass Bitcoin, just because it's, again, finite amount, and millions are lost already. Like millions they were in, like Investor Ali, one of my my friends on here, is like, yeah, I had like 5,000 Doge or however much Doge he had, $5,000 worth of Doge maybe. But he's like, yeah, it's in keys. I lost the password. It's done. It's like, oh no, big sad. So, and that same thing happened with Bitcoin when Bitcoin was worth, a hundredth or a thousandth of a penny, and people had 1,000 of them. Like, all right, well, I'm just gonna throw it out because it's worth 1 penny. That would have been really, really bad for me. I would not like that at all. But yeah, nothing will ever pass Bitcoin. Teddy Fisher says, oh, what was that? Robo? Drago, what is that? Is that G? Ragobo? Robo? Something Robo. Backwards law, Milot for 64 cents. Interesting. So outside of that, the other things I wanted to go over was just when to hodl. And for me right now, I'm just buying and holding. Life-changing money if you go in the future. Oh my God, those White Claws before really did me in. I had Taco Bell to try to, absorb some of it, but it did not work. I was not feeling good at all. Why did someone dislike the live? We should all like the live. I don't know. Yeah, I have haters, man. I've had haters for a while, and this is something where expect to get, the metaphorical doors slammed in your faces. Thanks for 20 likes, guys. Oh, 21. Expect to have people say, like, when you're really excited and talking about Omi or Vivi or Earth 2, so like, yeah, like that's stupid, like, yeah, call me when you're rich. Yeah, okay, well, I've had that said to me before, and yeah, and they miss out. I was like, yeah, let me see what happens to you first. Like, okay, missing out on a huge opportunity. But expect that. Don't pull your hair out trying to get people to invest because it's a good thing. They're just not ready. There will be at some point, I hope. JP says, by the way, wanted your opinion on something Omi related off YouTube. Sent you a tweet. Okay, so guys, I don't know why a lot of people have been saying they've been messaging me on Twitter, but I'm not getting it. I don't get it. So I don't know why. I don't know if I have to follow them for them to send me a tweet or what have you. Maybe I could just make the settings that I don't know, whatever it is, but message me on Instagram, or I'll try to go. I'll try to fix the Twitter thing, but I haven't been getting people's messages. I've had dozens. I was like, oh man, I had to go and find. Like, my last message is from like April 28th, for another chat I was in, but that was it. I haven't had any messages since, so I got to take a look. But I will fix that. Oh, thanks, Teddy Fisher. Love you too. Fambulance Camping says, as Shane would say, those are just the people upside down in Australia. Yes, 100%. Crypto isn't for boomers. It is absolutely not, Quachoto. Yeah, they didn't like the idea of Uber. Like, how many of our grandparents would get into an Uber? I bet none of them. I bet none of them. My parents would never get into an Uber, and they're 60 and whatever. Oh man, my friend Dan just texted me Safe Moon. Oh, I haven't gone into that, but I don't. I've heard some conflicting reports about Safe Moon, and I don't want to. I don't want to. I guess I have to now because is my ex partner, not like romantic part, like business partner. So just to be clear, just clarifying. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'll try to do one of my next videos on Safe Moon, or I'll have him catch a live stream or whatever. But this is something where I'm looking at, man. Yeah, crypto is for boomers. So even some people's parents don't go into Ubers, and so that's why I like. Okay, well, do you think they're going to get into Tesla when nobody's driving? No, but at the same time, the amount of boomers that there are, there's not going to be any more boomers made. The amount of boomers becomes less and less every single day. The amount of Gen X become less and less every single day. But who are the ones that are getting into Ubers? Who are the ones that are getting into crypto? It's all of us. It's all of the young people. And as more people get born and more people turn into teenagers and 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds, they're the ones that are going to be buying. The world is changing. Boomers, the only time boomers would get in is if a financial advisor of theirs goes and says, hey, you should really buy Bitcoin, and they don't know what the heck is going on. So like, yeah, okay, whatever you think is best. They pay someone to do that for them. Those people probably charge an obscene amount of fees. Imagine taking a 2% or even a 1% commission on like a $10 million case file. So 10% of that's a million, 1%, $100,000 just for, oh my God, that's ridiculous. So outside of that, where do you think the world is going? The world that we grew up in doesn't exist anymore. Technology has made it so that it's impossible to go back, and you don't want to go back. You don't. This is the best time to be alive. We're all nostalgic for the 80s. In the 80s, we were nostalgic for the 50s. I love Stranger Things. I love things mainly. I love the It movies, but that's not, and you wouldn't want that anymore because, okay, well, now I can't see the person I love that they're across the world. I can't see them on FaceTime. I can't see them and that's got to be one of the weirdest things. Like, let's say if you didn't know what life was, if you were like an alien, it's like you can see someone on the other side of the world on the screen because a message goes into radio waves, it goes into satellites that turns into bits of ones and zeros, and then it goes in the other side and the phone receives bits of ones and zeros and translates that to a thing via camera. Like, that is just bananas. That's such a trip. Like, this is why, again, I think in the simulation, if you didn't know what life was, this would be the craziest Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds trip you'd ever seen. But yeah, all these kids, like, that's why I'm long. That's why I hodl, because all the kids are going to be in the future. They might not even be taking Ubers. They're taking Teslas because they're much safer. They're going to be taking the Tesla ride-sharing network. That is much safer. They don't crash as much, or almost never at that point. And the drivers aren't going to be harassing girls because there are no drivers. There are going to be just cars there. So it's going to really cut down on a lot of bad stuff. And it's going to save people a lot of money. Right now, you have Uber charging like maybe $1 or something cents per mile, where Tesla's going to be half of that because, again, they don't have a driver. So and it's cheaper for them. Boomerville. I'm an all-in crypto boomer. Oh, Roger Eversoli, you did it. Oh, good for you. You are a credit to your generation. JP says, thanks again, Pumpkin. Ooh. The Ambulance Camping says, yeah, please don't make that a meme. Please don't make that a meme. The Ambulance Camping says, yeah, Safe Moon had a good day. LOL. I had $2 worth yet. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, so I'll get into Safe Moon at some point, and I'll maybe tonight. Craig Albright says, I am a boomer. I have $500,000 owe me. There you go, buddy. There you go. By the time, if you're not already retired, if you are ready to retire, that $500,000 only will be $500,000 in like 5 years, probably, when I think it goes to about $1. Yeah, probably mid 2020s. Thank you for Yerevan and Victoria from Teddy Fisher saying that they are really, really cheap places to buy in Earth 2. Chris Rose, I think boomers are slowly catching on to crypto. Even yesterday in the office, my job works at Costco, and I heard on my warehouse manager ask a couple of other managers, "Hey, have you guys heard of Ethereum?" All right, slow but steady. I guess people are learning, and the smart ones will adapt. The smart, intelligent boomers, they will adapt, and they're like, okay, well, this is the way the world's going. Got to invest. So good for them. But it's crazy to me that a bunch of people that have never even heard of this stuff. Like my dad said, yeah, he didn't know what Bitcoin was till a month ago. I was like, oh, but he's not an investor. So he's enjoying retirement. He's playing softball. He's on a bowling league with my mom. They're old. They're happy. They're just happy doing their stuff. And well, I'm retired too, and I'm mad. I didn't play Pokemon Snap today. I was very busy. I had to go try to pick up a tuxedo, and a tuxedo was at a completely different warehouse. I have to go back on Friday. I'm very salty about that. My girlfriend's talking about this wedding. Like, what's the dress like? I don't know. They said it was like country. Like, what does that mean? So, I don't know. The girls are wearing cowboy boots. Like, are they wearing cowboy boots with rhinestone dresses? Are they wearing cowboy boots with jeans? Like, I don't know, babe. Babe, I have no idea. I have no idea what girls do. Girls are a different species from us. So I have to find that out because the invitation was sent out like 2 years ago. I moved like 6 different times then. Sorry, I had to vent. I'm sorry. I love you guys. Just moving on. Cool Sheet says, we about to get E2 credit cards. Heck yeah, a Doge to $20. If Doge goes to $20, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not in it, but I don't know what I'd do. I'll eat like something disgusting. Squid Cat says, I'm Gen X. I've been in for a while. There you go, Squid Cat. Squid Cat, you are the man, girl. I feel like Cat's a girl, but I'm Chubby Cat, so I'm a boy. But also for those that wanted to follow me on the VV app, I am ChavyCat5, CHAVYCAT, numeral 5. I only have one thing on there. I have 2 things of the uncommon Ultraman posters. That's it. Jackson Reynolds says, from a money-making standpoint, should I buy ETH or wait for it to go down? If you love ETH and you're 100% on board with it, it shouldn't really matter. Just buy when. Again, if you think it long term, buy when you have money. From a technical analysis standpoint, which again I don't like, because a technical analysis standpoint would suggest that around September, October, you're going to go into what's called a crypto winter, and it's going to go from up here to down here. I don't, but again, that's if you subscribe to that form of thinking or not. I don't, because never has the crypto market been $2.35 trillion. With Bitcoin's over $1 trillion. So I don't think this is the same. I think this is a different time because we are in uncharted territory. This type of thing has never happened before. I think we're in that super cycle. I think it's just going to keep going up. So I don't know. Again, like if I was as bullish on Ethereum as I was on Bitcoin and OMI and Earth 2, I just buy whenever I have money. It doesn't matter if I buy it 3,800, 3,400. It's not gonna matter in 10 years. Quad Shoto says in 2040 they will have nostalgia for coronavirus times. I think so. This has been a couple of introverts friends that I have. It has been it's been like a dream for them because they've been going in and they've been saying like, hey, this is something that I want. They're very introverted. They don't like large groups of people. They like working from home. They don't like commuting. They don't like driving. They're very anxious people. And I was like, yeah, this has been a blessing. I was like, well, great for you. My mental health was poop in 2020. But yeah, so maybe. I read a statistic saying that the birth rate is actually going down, but I don't understand how that's possible because you have people locked up with nothing to do. They're probably going to get it on. They're probably going to have kids. So, but the birth rate's going down. It's been going down in Japan for years. Japan has actual mating problem. Like they don't want to go. Like you think people are anxious here in Japan. Like they don't want to go out. They have playing video games or anime and manga. They're not not breeding with each other. It's really weird. Explod says, why eat something disgusting? I don't know. I just I want to do something crazy if Doge ever hit $20. And obviously, when OMI hits $1, we're all going to party. When E2 comes out, let's say when E2 cryptocurrency 100x's, maybe then I'll get an E2 a gaming tattoo. Venice Dennis says, do we have to apply for cards, or they're not going to auto send it? They're probably going to have to apply for it. I don't know how. They haven't made public yet. They just said, hey, we did this, we're doing this, it's rolling out. They haven't given specific details yet. Venice Dennis says E2. Cool. She says ETH is bullish AF. I thought you said something else. But at some point you will want to slide profits back into the corn. To the corn? Corn maze? Is that like Kentucky talk? Stock of corn? Maybe that means stocks. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, whatever I'm buying this year, I'm not selling until next year. Or whenever I get that Trophy Kangaskhan card, or whenever I sell that Trophy Kangaskhan card, I'm going to buy whatever I need to buy in Bitcoin and OMI, and then I won't sell for a year, minimum, because I don't want those short-term capital gains tax. So that's what I'm saying. My Pokemon infested mind read has exploded. Yeah, same. I do that as well. 3.6 million births in 2020. Interesting. Lowest since 1979. That is also interesting. Is that in America? Yeah, I think probably just in America. Venice Dennis says, true, thanks. MC Burger Pants says, gotta have massive party in Vegas when OMI hits $1. I don't know if Vegas could be ready for us. I don't know if we're gonna. Yeah, I got 25 likes. Thank you guys. That means a lot. Are they gonna be ready for us in Vegas? I mean, we're gonna spend a lot of money, and honestly, Vegas is not a place you want to be when you have a lot of money to spend. Money goes like that when you're in Vegas, because oh yeah, we're drinking. Oh, we need to get food, and of course you're in Vegas like we're on vacation. Let's get expensive food, and I haven't been there since 2018. Meaning to go back, but we have not. It's been a bit hard to travel. I am gonna go to late in June. I'll let you guys know where I am after I'm there, and after but I am going to have lots of vacations as soon as the travel ban is over. Don't know when that'll be, but yeah. I have so many people saying, "Hey, I'm gonna fly you out to Dubai. We're gonna have fun in Lithuania, have fun in the Netherlands, come to Mexico. Well, Scotland I'm gonna go to beforehand, but yeah, Scotland as well." And people are just saying like, "Yeah, we're gonna go and have a good, have a fun time when OMI hits $1." So mid 2020 is gonna be a very, very, very busy year for Chavez. And when that hits $1, again, if I have the 20-something million OMI that I think I'm gonna have, $20 million. Again, even then, I might sell a tiny portion, but that's it, because I believe in the 2030s when I'll still be young, I'll still be in my 40s, what I consider young. Girlfriend's only 48, so before I'm my girlfriend's age, if that goes to $5, that could be $100 million if I have 20 million, and I plan to have a lot more than 20 million. Yeah, I think it could be $5 to $10 by the mid 2030s, and that is, I can't even imagine. At that point, like, okay, let me take out a couple $1 million and let me, but again, I don't want to go and cash out too early, because that's something. I will cash out my Tesla stock before I cash out on OMI, and then I will. I don't want to cash out on Bitcoin, but I'll cash out on Tesla stock before OMI, and then maybe, yeah, maybe some OMI as well. Maybe I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted whenever I do. Wes said should get 1 million OMI or 2 million OMI. Go big or go home. That's just what I do. I'm getting as much OMI as I can. Quachoto says 3 million. That wasn't even an option, Quachoto. Simplify says, I just saw buy to your money. Who's just saw buy to your money? They do have a good idea. Yeah, Vegas is great for food, especially when you're drunk. It's super fantastic. I love it. Cool Sheet says, I harassed the OMI team on Twitter a little bit today, and even though I'm a bag holder, you crazy Cool Sheet. Oh, Jason Mack, what's going on? Says you should go to EDC in Vegas. I almost went last time. I think Testio was there, and my friend Brandon, he's a natural DJ, and I don't know if he's performed at Testio before, but he has I guess he's in that group that he had, he like knew him, I guess. And I was like, yeah, yo, let's go. I was like, I'm not really into that. Um, he was going over like the night with me, and I was seeing it on like Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. And the only song I recognized in that whole night that he was there was "I'm Blue." I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da dee da boo dee. You know that one. And outside of that, I didn't recognize anyone. Oh my God, Chris Rose with $1.49. Oh, with burger super chat. Thank you so much. That means a lot, Chris Rose. Um, so yeah, EDC is something that I'd be curious about. Venice Dennis says Venice, California. Come on, Chavez. Well, I've been to San Diego before. How far away is Venice, California from San Diego? Because I love San Diego. San Diego's got really good food too. You cannot tell, I've traveled the world on my stomach. I'm not showing you my stomach because I'm really, really fat right now. I just had more Taco Bell. And because it's Cinco de Mayo, you needed some tacos and you needed some. Well, I had White Claw. I didn't have tequila. I didn't want tequila. But yeah, I've traveled the world on my. Am I Shaggy and Scooby Doo in Monster on Zombie Island? Because I've traveled the world on my stomach. Moving on. Cool Sheet says agree. 2025, I think financial world will be upside down compared to today. Yeah, I can't wait. What's maybe this is wrong of me, but I also like the fact that I like it when I'm right. I like the I told you so, and the longer it goes on, the sweeter it is. You know, when people when I first told some friends that I could count cards, and like, no, you can't. You're in the military. You're dumb AF. I was like, oh, oh, and then they're like, oh damn, he really can't count cards. Like, yeah, yeah. And that wasn't like a civilian saying that. That was other military people saying that to me. Like, no, no, you're not. You're in the same field that I am. I was like, yeah, I am, but that's because I went in open general and they stuck me in whatever job. So we had a lot of fun. Like with that, with Tesla, with people saying you're gonna lose your money. The guy's bipolar. It can't run a company. Electric cars, they start fires. Fires are in those cars. I was like, you watch what's happening. And Tesla's still undervalued in my opinion. It's more properly rated than it was, a year ago or two, but yeah, it's still undervalued in my opinion. That is disrupting so many industries at once. I went over it this morning or this afternoon in my other, which I didn't even mean to. I was so drunk. I don't drink that much anymore. So I had 3 White Claws. I was like, I was like, I like went off on like a tangent. I was like seeing the universe, like whoa. So that was fun. I can't do 3 streams a day anymore because my voice is shredded. I Simplify says went to Vegas last year and spent about 10K in one night, but probably one of the best nights I ever had. Yeah, it's very memorable. Very, very memorable. Honestly, any time, like I remember in 2019, I had a bunch of my military buddies, people that I was deployed with. They came to New York City and we just had a blast. We had a blast. It was so good. We just had all of these people that we were deployed with, and we did karaoke. Well, first we listened to Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. We got some breakfast, and then we took Ubers everywhere to this place called Tirnanog, Tirnanog. It's like an Irish place, and we had so much good food. And I was like, you know what? At that point, my money was really coming in. I was 100,000 there. I was like, let me take care of my friends. So I paid for the Tirnanog thing, and then the bill was like $2,600 when we went to that karaoke place because we kept ordering shots after shots after shots. I was like, I'll take care of it, guys, but they wound up splitting it with me, so I only had to pay half. But that was one of the best nights I've ever had. We had pizza afterwards. We drink it. They were so. I love them. Anyone that's been in the military knows that even if you have problems with someone stateside, okay, well downrange, you trust them because you have to, and you'll bleed and die for that person because you're on the same team. And then when people that I'd never even met before that I meet on deployment, you become family. They're my family forever. I love them. Maybe I'll message them when I'm worth 8 figures. I'll be like, hey, let me take care of that house for you. Maybe I have to wait till 2040 till I'm worth 9 figures. And I'm like, all right, I'll let me get that house for you. But yeah, no, they're great, and I love them. Venice says, Mi casa es su casa. Fantastic. Oh, Chris Rose again. That super chat with the burger. That's amazing. I love that. Teddy Fisher says, Delacow for 67. Oh, okay. All right. So again, cheap places that you can buy in Earth 2. Venice Dennis says a few hours or so. Oh, okay. So 5 hours away from San Diego. All right. So I guess I'm gonna have to take a chopper from San Diego to Venice, and then yeah, we'll go. We'll have a couple White Claws. I'll have a. I don't think I could touch White Claws after that because that did not sit well with me. I'll have a couple of Heinekens or whatever, or get some whiskey like men. I don't know, but we are at. I don't care about my makeup. I like it better with my jeans all ripped up. Don't know how to keep my mouth shut. You say, so what? Let him know that we're still rock and roll. That was some Avril Lavigne rock and roll. Again, every half hour I go and I say hello to my Patreon members, and if you use that code for Earth 2, you go in and you're able to get a 5% back on the money that you spend. I spent some more money in Chaveztopia before. I had one of my Patreon members and friend on here, Raythak, say like, hey, $500 in Chaveztopia. I've been waiting for his message, so I could sell something to him. I don't know whether it would be on Discord or wherever, because he wants something in Chaveztopia. So I was like, all right, cool. Join RAR says, what's up? What's going on? Eros Guzman says, hey bud, can I see your chest tattoo? Yeah, so I am a avid Dragon Ball Z fan, and that is the Royal Saiyan crest from Dragon Ball. Like, it is the crest of King Vegeta and Prince Vegeta. They have it on their armor, on their uniforms, and that's what I have because I grew up loving fighting and boxing, and those were people, Saiyans. They were bred for a specific purpose. Like the same way that when Aragorn says like this army was bred for a simple purpose, to destroy the world of men. The Saiyans were bred to fight, and they retained their youth so that they could fight longer. And I just love that idea of a Saiyan race, and so like that stays with me always, close to my heart. Moving on. Eros Guzman says, and hit me up if you guys are in Vegas. We will! Actually, let us make... Well, we don't know exactly when Omi's going to $1. We have a general timeline, 2024 to 2026, in that area. So we can't exactly make like a group for it now. Like remember when they did the let's all invade Area 51, they can't stop us all, clap them alien cheeks. And they did it like 8 months early, and then it kind of like died down by the time it got there. So we can't make it too early. It's gonna probably we'll plan it a couple months in advance maybe, but I'll let you guys know. Wow, thirsty, aren't you? Yes, I am very thirsty. By the way, this is your reminder to drink water, hydrate, take care of your body. Yes. Carlos Guzman says, IG Vegas promoter, Eros. Sorry, the weird thing. Doug E. Fresh says, when you hit 9 figures, your song motto will be, give it away now. Yeah, 100%. Honestly, I would like to, only reason why I would not hit that is not because I don't think this can go to $10 at some point, but because I think that, and even at $10, let's say I have 25 million on me, it would only take, for $4, it would only take it for $4 in order to get it to 100 million, 9 figures, which again I see probably by 2030, in the mid 2030s. So if that happens, I can't wait to be the person to go down in history as the biggest animal philanthropist in the world. I don't know who's been the biggest animal philanthropist first. Probably Steve Irwin, somewhere along those lines. Maybe Jane Goodall, famous conservationist. But I want to go down the person that donated the most to animal charity and welfare and wilderness areas, and calling it, Chavez Harambe Range, Chavez Harambe Haven, where no animals can be hunted, except for animals hunting other animals, of course. Yeah, I thought that'd be pretty great. Sorry, Dashy. Ambulance. Oh, Gibraltar's only 54 cents, really? Wow, British Guy Dorkslayer's got to get on that. Ambulance Camping says, did you see that the Joker paid $3,600 for one single tile today? Not interesting. I wonder what he put. I wonder what he bought, because Joker spent like $100,000 since he started. Oh, Chris Rose, $2 hairs. Thank you so much for that super chat. That means the world. So we got Chris Rose coming in again with those super chats. You are the best, Chris Rose. Pamela's oh yeah. So no, I did not see the single tile that he bought. But again, Joker is one of those people that he first came on, and after he came on, he goes and he gets a what do you call it? After he comes on, he spends six figures inside of a couple months, which is insane. Oh my God, Chris Groves another one. He sends a cat and then he sends a hot dog. Oh my God, you're the best. You're insane, Chris Rose. I love you. You mad lad. He's just making it rain all over me right now. You're the best. Yeah, so Joker's one of the same thing as Predict. Predict is number one on the board, leadership board. She spent well over six figures. She spent $330,000 inside of a couple months. When she saw my videos on Omi, she bought $10 million, not $10 million, she bought 10 million Omi, and I was like, that's so much. But yeah, she's my hero. She's a great person. I can't wait to see her in Canada one day. We'll invite her out as well to the Vegas party. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of different parties. We're going to have a lot of different parties in Vegas, in Dubai, in Mexico. I want to go to Peru. Maybe not party in Peru. I just want to go there because I haven't been back since I was born. Eros Guzman as well. So dope, man. Thanks. Yes, of course. Nick Fingar says, hey, Randy, got more Omi today at 48. Oh, you mad lad. You got it. Good for you. Muhi for $1. Interesting. Excuse me. Eros Guzman says, do you have Discord or Telegram? We need Omi homie group chat. Good vibes and good people. Yeah, this is great. I love you guys. You guys are fantastic. There is a Discord chat there's a Discord for Vivi. I don't know how to get there, but the Discord they have for Vivi, and on Vivi there is a chat for Omi. I don't really hang out there too much. I am busy, whether it's streaming or researching a bunch of things. And so even though I'm retired, I'm doing what I want though. I'm talking to you guys, and again, even if building a base of this, when I first started YouTube last year, and like February or March or wherever, it was just to talk about Pokemon. How it started was there was this place called E4, and E4 is basically like a Reddit for Pokemon, and they have a subreddit or a sub thing in E4 called, price and market discussion. And every time new prices would come up, I'd be like, oh, did anyone see for this? So when there was a PWCC auction of like 100 items, I felt bad about posting 100 different times. I didn't want to do that. It's like, all right, let me make YouTube videos on it and let me talk about sales and data analysis and what I did. And it started from there. So I wasn't expecting to make money with it. And I did the same thing with Tesla. I go and I started making videos on Tesla saying why it's undervalued, and the people that listened, they made a lot of money. And then I started doing a podcast because it's fun talking to people. It's fun. I got 100 subscribers. Like, oh my God, this is great. We're building a community, and people like the things that I talk about, and they like this community. So I was like, all right. And then I just did it. When Earth 2 came out, I was like, oh wow. I thought of something that it was a new video game. The only other person I seen make a video of it was Aria Realty. So I was like, okay, new video game, and this is where video games are going. So I was like, okay, well, let me make a video about this. Like, hey guys, this is what you can do. And I expected out of my 100 or 200 subscribers at that point, maybe like 250, I expected a couple of people to just say, maybe like 30 or 40 of them, wow, this looks interesting. And then, but it ballooned up. I got partnered in January. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I didn't expect to make money from YouTube. It just, the community is so super fantastic. And that's before Omi. I left my job. I left my business. That, for those of you that saw my tax return the other day, 6-figure business for Earth 2 and YouTube. And then Omi came out. It's like, oh man, part of me wants to go back to work just so I can go and be able to buy more Omi and more tiles on Earth 2. So moving on. Again, seeing those super chats from Chris Rose, you are the man. Teddy Fisher says, Grande Riveri du Nord, you can get for 64 cents in Earth 2. That is fantastic. So yeah, other charities. I mentioned it before when I was streaming, which I wanted to talk about weird stuff, even though I didn't talk about weird stuff. I did for a little bit. Talked about aliens, and I talked about how we might be in a simulation. But I also talked about mental health for men, and how if you put a dog in every house, again, there's a subreddit called Dads Who Did Not Want Pets, and it's filled with people saying, "Here's my dad, 3 weeks ago, not getting a freaking cat. They got fleas, they got mange, they got whatever. They got hairs all over the house. We're not getting it. Stop asking." And then 3 weeks later, after they got the cat, it's like the dad and the cat like napping, napping together. They're sitting together, they're watching TV, and I think that's important, for mental health, for men, because they don't get that physical touch a lot, especially we kind of deem them incels, those involuntary celibates, where they go and they definitely don't, they don't know how to talk to women, or they just have this weird perception of what women like and what they think of, and they almost hate women because they get rejected by them a lot. So I shouldn't laugh. That's really not funny. But yeah, I think once you have a pet, it's something that makes it a lot easier to get that love, because dogs are just full of love. Oh, Nick Fingar, message was retracted. I'm not sure what that was. So outside of that, Omi, and so over leveraging myself. This is not something that I recommend, but it's something that I've done consistently over and over. I would keep my bank account next to zero, and as I kept my bank account next to zero, the reason why I did that was because if it's in my account, it's not making me money. My friend Lou described it in a way like, well, picture your money as soldiers that are recruiting other soldiers. It's in the bank account, they're not doing their job. They're not doing anything. If it's out on the street, they come back with more soldiers, more money. It's like a game of Pikmin. You throw that, and you get the more you put out, the more you get back. So I thought that was something where I could go, okay, that makes sense. And I took that to the extreme. He's like, well, bro, I at least eat good food. It's like, well, nope, good food doesn't matter. Talk about all the way. And drinking nothing but water. You can talk about living in that room, that boiler room, and continuously doing that, because that's just what I did. I don't recommend that to everyone else, because that is a strain on your mental health. That did age me. But if you want to cut out a couple of niceties, things that you don't think are, really nothing is, things that aren't essential, if you want to cut those out, I've seen it in Pokemon World before, where people are barely covering their bills with their full-time job, but they get into the hobby, they want this card, they go out and they get another job. They go out and get another job, and they save, until they can buy that card. And if you want to do that for Earth 2, Omi, by all means, it's just get another job just for investments. Struggle now, do what other people won't now, so you can have what other people can't have later. That is 100% the best way, I think, to go about it. Oh, Center for 64 cents. Teddy Fishing, dropping knowledge up in here. Dropping knowledge up in here. That's the other thing. So definitely go hard on things that you love. But if you want, not that you have to kill yourself to be successful, but if you want to, at least in the business world, when you're working, one or two different businesses, like I was, it's like a child. It needs attention, it needs care, and you're not working on the things that you want to work on. You work on the things that you have to work on, or else it goes up in flames. So I got 30 likes. Thank you guys so much. That means a lot. The things that you have to work on, and for that to happen, you go and you just say, work every waking hour as much as you can, and you go and don't stop. And it's rough. It's hard because you don't see friends as much as you used to. Although even now, most of my friends are just like, oh yeah, weekend, because I work during the week. Well, most of my friends work during the week, and weekends a lot of times are for my girlfriend. Most times for my girlfriend, rightfully so. And I just don't see people as much as I want. But the people that work, they have Tuesday, Wednesday off. I see them all the time. I see my friend Mike all the time now. We go out for eat at this pub. They have a great lobster bisque and a great mac and cheese burger. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Shane's new tweet. Yes, so I will cover that again real quick for those that are just joining. Shane's new tweet basically just said that they have a new card, and the new card is going to be like a credit card that you can withdraw from. They've already paid six figures to, and I'll get to you in a sec, Crystal. One sec. And that card you're probably going to have to order. They haven't said when, but now that they're able to pay people out, once they pay people out, you're going to be able to go and they're going to be able to say, okay, now we have a new crypto. Here's this crypto. Here's phase 2. So that's exactly what's going to happen with that. I'm very, very excited for it. Christelle Stroud, no problem. I will go over this. Have the VV app. Do I do it there? No. You might be able to at some point, but what you would need to do. Oh my God, Lucas, $6 super chat. Thank you so much, Lucas. So getting back to Crystal Stroud, what you have to do for me at least, you go to either Coinbase or Cash App, whichever one you prefer, or Binance if you're in another country if you don't have Coinbase, and then you send Bitcoin after you buy Bitcoin on there. Send it to a Bitforex account. That's what our Realty uses. That's what I use. And if you don't want to use Bitforex because it's glitchy or whatever, Gate.io works. I think AscendX works as well. But Bitforex is what we use. And then once you send the Bitcoin there, you have to sell the Bitcoin and get USDT. That's Uniform Sierra Delta Tango USDT. And then once you have USDT, then you go and you can buy OMI. And then you can transfer it out to a trust wallet. So that's something that it is convoluted. And I think there's videos on there on, if you just YouTube, how do I buy OMI? Basically, it takes what I said and it breaks it down like super, super simple steps. So it takes a minute to do, but after you figure out, oh, that's how you do it, then it gets easier and easier. And then again, a lot of people don't trust it, so they try to take their money and they transfer it out to their own trust wallet. And do not lose that code if you have a trust wallet, or else your OMI's gone forever. Lucas, thank you so much for that super chat. Muchas gracias. Chris Rose says, hey Randy, how do you feel about ShakePay? I'm not 100% sure what ShakePay is, so I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted on what I feel about it. I'll look into that. Again, my partner texted me about SafeMoon. Not Danielle, not my girlfriend. My old business partner. The crypto is what will do well if. Oh, hang on one sec. Someone messaged me saying the crypto is what I think will do well if E2 features its own token system with resource NFTs that burn upon use, but incorporate their values to add in with what they are being used on. Something like that. Something logical and practical. And become. All right, so I bet Earth 2 crypto will start at a very, very low price, similar to OMI token that VV uses, then will rise exponentially as Earth 2 starts ad advertising campaign and becomes one of the top 3 mainstream metaverses. Yeah, that same thing. I believe that 100% as well. So yeah, it's just a message. Me and this one guy, Virtual Tycoon, we got a message back and forth on. He's got more OMI than me, I think. He definitely has more Earth 2 tiles as well. He's a mad lad. Crystal Stroud says, oh my God, what a process. LOL. Hopefully it will just get listed soon. Yeah, I think that as well. I think it will get listed on more exchanges. I think 3 or 4. And out of those 4, I think 3 of them are going to be similar to Bitforex or Ascend or Gate.io. But I think one's going to be mainstream. I think that one is going to be Binance. And the reason I'm saying that is because the CEO of Binance, when VV was having a live stream, and this is why I'm so bullish on it. They were having a live stream with like 3 or 4 other content creators that were doing in the same space as VV, and I think Daniel Crothers, or was it David Yoon? One of them, they had just said they gave this whole big presentation with a slideshow, name dropping every single person that they had. Like, they were showing NFL and Marvel and DC, and it's like, oh my God. And they said like everyone that we've had that we wanted to get a license with, we've gotten a license with, and as that was going on, the next person to make their case of why they're going to be the best is like, well, I don't have a slideshow, but me and my partners feel very comfortable. We have a plan about how we're going to get licenses. He didn't say like that. He said like, we're going to get licenses and we're going to start doing these. But all these other guys, they're not even players on the board yet. They're not even players on the board. They don't even have the licenses yet. So VV's definitely going to the moon because of that. And then the CEO of Binance as that stream was going on, who was watching because he's good friends with the creators of Eevee, he said that I have severely underestimated the altcoins that are connected to NFTs, and most likely we're going to have that on their website very, very soon. Only costs $1 million to go and get something listed on Binance. So, yeah. Actually, speaking of which, what I might do at some point is release a crypto of my own, not really connected to a game or anything, but if at some point if I have 9 figures, I'll make a Chavez or Dash Cash or Chavez Cat crypto, whatever, and I'll just say like, all right, however much this goes to, it's going to be all proceeds will go into the charities, any one of the charities that I've already set up or will set up in the future. Quad Shoda says, Randy, do you have any ungraded vintage watch that you're trying to sell? I actually do. Tomorrow morning stream, Quad Shoto, 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll show a couple. There's some that actually. Hang on one second. I have. Oh yeah, here we go. I promise this will only be a small part for you guys. Quad Shoto, what were you saying? Vintage Watsy. So I don't even know where to go with it. I'll just go start here. We have Erica's Kindness. Does it say first edition or just? So Erica's Kindness. We got Pinsir. These hollow, and these are no symbol hollows. For everyone that knows Pokemon, knows that there are always symbols. Like this is the jungle symbol. Golduck has a fossil symbol. The only ones that don't have symbols are were base set because so these are no symbol hollows from jungle. Very, very rare, rarer than first edition. Pinsir, I have Snorlax, I have Vaporeon, I have Clefable, I have Venomoth, I have Victreebel, Wigglytuff, Electro. So I have a bunch. Oh, Giovanni's Machamp. This is actually I'm going to grade this and Giovanni because they're probably going to get PSA 10, which is worth several hundred. So, but Erica's Kindness is one of my favorites because Erica, for those of you that don't know, is a grass trainer, specializes in grass type Pokemon. And what are grass Pokemon weak to? Fire type Pokemon. So this fire Pokemon could come in and destroy her friends. Could come in, this is Growlithe, destroy everything that she loves. But she's protecting it from the rain because she knows it's still a Pokemon. She knows it's still a soul, and that's why I love Pokemon so much. But yeah, so message me, and I have a whole bunch of these. These are all mint cards. These are all first edition. I think we get PSA 8, PSA 10. These are all mint, 8 to 10, all of them. They came straight from a pack that I opened. So message me on that. Sorry about the distraction, guys. I just love Pokemon. Christian Velasco says, I buy XRP, transfer them from Bitso to Bit4X, and from there I buy USDT and OMI, and XRP fees are. Oh, okay. So if the fees are cheap with XRP, then do that. Nick Finger says, when OMI buying process becomes less complicated. Yeah, that's going to be one of the catalysts. One of the catalysts that is going to get OMI to the moon is going to be getting on an exchange like that. Getting on an exchange like that. How do I? Sorry, I'm too stupid. I can't figure out this box. Okay, there we go. Sorry, moving along. What was I saying here? Oh yeah, so once you're able to get that on a what do you call it, on a new exchange, that's going to be one of the catalysts that sends us to the moon. And I think it doesn't even go. It's going to pass that resistance of 0.008. It's going to pass the all-time high of 1 cent because I think it should be about 2 cents right now, based on all the catalysts we've seen already. But being on an exchange, that's going to be one of the things that sends it to a couple of cents. And why I said as they drop more names, as they drop more product, instead of doing, they've already made it instead of once every other week. They've done drops now. They're doing it once a week, and eventually it's going to be twice a week. So all of that OMI is going to be burned. You're going to see OMI burning at a much higher rate than you have, especially because the price is cheap now. Now a lot more is going to be burned. It's going to be insane tomorrow. Chris Rose says, LOL, sorry, I'm in Canada, so it may be exclusive to me. Maybe. All right, ShakePay lets you buy Bitcoin and ETH with no fees. I got to get a place in Canada. I got to move to Canada. Chris, I'm coming to Canada. Yeah, that's really good. Crystal Stroud says, lots of big names in VV so far. Yeah, it's insane. There's lots of... the only thing they haven't really announced yet is Pokemon and Disney. Although Pokemon, they've hinted at so strongly. Like, it's like, oh, I can't put my finger on it, and as they're putting their finger on it. So yeah, it's really cool. It's really interesting. Wow, 33 people viewing, 33 likes. This is so cool. It's like a winky dink. I don't know, maybe. Show. Moving on. Brett Reed says, I really don't get the people who complain on it being difficult to buy Omi. It's not that hard at all. It takes 30 minutes of your day max. Yeah, I mean, I understand it. Like when I was working two businesses, half hour was so precious to me. I was sleeping less than 6 hours a day, and half hour with that's gold. But in that same time, right now, I'm retired, and it's still annoying. But yeah, it's just annoying right now because if you have like a boomer or anyone that just it just get it gets complicated and frustrating. Like if you've never been in the crypto space before and you want to get in and you see like, okay, well, I hear Omi's good. This one guy's been really successful. I'm talking about myself. He suggests it, and so they go, okay, well, get a Coinbase. Oh, it's not on there. Oh, okay, so now I gotta figure out Bit4x. All right, and then the two-factor authentication. You have to enable everything. And so, 35 likes. That's amazing. Thank you guys. And then I have to buy. I can't just buy it with that. It doesn't take credit cards. I have to buy USDT. So it is a little confusing. But once you do it, yeah, you're right. It's pretty simple. And once you figure out how to do it, it doesn't take long at all. The only thing you have to wait for is for the funds to settle. That's really it. And Teddy Fisher says South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands for 55 cents. Teddy Fisher, you're just coming in, dropping knowledge on us that we can get on Earth 2 really, really cheap. Chili Crazy says, I wish there was an easy way to store Omi on your wallet. It's complicated on the Ledger Nano. You have to set up GoChain thing on my Ethereum wallet. I think you can do it on a Trust wallet, if I'm not mistaken. Does Ecomi not selling wallets either for 3 months now? Like, what the heck? That's the other thing. The wallets are going to be huge as well. Maybe they want to make sure it's perfect before they send it out, and making sure that they go there with no bugs, which I'm fine with. I don't. My shoulders. Oh, sorry. I have to do that once in a while, or else they die. Oh, I can't sleep on my shoulders. I have to sleep like Sheldon when he's in Big Bang Theory, just like a cocoon, because but my shoulders just die. But yeah, the wallet, I think it's something that I'd rather them go on and say, hey, let me delay this so that we know it's perfect and it works with no bugs. Because the last thing you want is something happening to your Omi and it's gone forever. It's like, how do they replace it? What do they do? So delays, I'm not happy with, but I understand them, and I'm glad they're taking their time. What says, or just buy USDT on Binance and transfer it to Bit4x? Yeah, same. Oh, I didn't know you could buy USDT on Binance. I don't have Binance, so I don't know. Lolo says, dude, this is a scam. What do you think is a scam? Earth 2, Omi, Vivi? It's you're crazy, Lolo. You're crazy. Brett Reed says, chill crazy, new wallets coming with updated firmware. Wing! Nice, very nice. Chill crazy says, cool. Do you know when? Oh, Basilio, good evening. So Basilio had this idea, and I actually did a video on this months ago, where at some point, or it maybe been a month ago, I don't know if I was retired yet, I was not retired yet. I remember looking it up on the work computer. 35 likes, oh my god, you guys are the greatest, and 35 viewers, this is amazing. What I have is I made a video on how some land in America is actually cheaper than it is on Earth 2. Whether it's in like Louisiana or Kentucky, wherever have you. Oh my god. Look at her butt. Raythax with the $20 saying, I'm buying 1,000,000 Omi right now. Convinced on your logic, Raythax. You mad lad. Go get it, Raythax. Go get it. Everyone clap it up for Raythax. You get that? You will not be sorry, Raythax. You are going to go and you are going to, that's going to make you, if you're not already a millionaire, going to make you a multi-millionaire, but by mid-2020s, I believe. So congrats, buddy. And dropping that super chat. You mad lad. So when I made this video about Earth 2, saying that there are some countries, or I'm sorry, there are some places in the US where acre per acre, it is cheaper to buy it actually on Earth 1 than it is on Earth 2. And this is a trend that I expect to continue for all time. It's going to keep, like, land's not going to get cheaper on Earth 2. It's going to continue to get more expensive, especially because there's only a limited amount. It's a finite amount. We're not going to be able to buy all of it. And some people, I mentioned this morning, they're just buying in the middle of the ocean. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're planning water sports. Maybe they're planning water skiing, whatever. But you have these people that are like Vasilio says, like, hey, would you want to, when you're a millionaire, build homes for like veterans or for cosplayers, people that just want to live out their life, and there's a lot of homeless veterans in New York City, a lot of homeless in general, but then you have outside of that you have half of those people are veterans, and yeah, that would be an interesting thing to set up. You ever see tiny houses where the tiny houses are like, okay, well, they're basically one room, but you have them a shower, get some, buy land on acres that's really really cheap, somewhere you can set up wells that they have just water, and then just build them like $4,000, $8,000 tiny houses. Okay, well if you're a millionaire, that shouldn't be too hard to do, and then do that, kind of taking care of our own. But let's see, it is an hour and a half now. So what are we gonna do? We are going to do something probably from the 80s again. Ray Thax, if you haven't seen this morning, or is it going to go, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. That's for you because I know you like the 80s. We're all nostalgic for the 80s. So yeah, I think that would be a really good idea. But again, I can't do it now. I can't do it maybe even 5 years from now, even when I have $1 million, or if Omi gets to 10 cents, 500,000, I won't even be a millionaire then. It might be close. I'm not sure, depending on what Bitcoin does as well. Yeah. So I would have depends what Tesla does too. So I might have to wait till 2030 to do it, but I will do something like that, or I'm going to try to anyway. Quad Shoto says, very nice. I only have a Wigglytuff and Jolteon, no error symbols. So yeah, message me if you want some of those Pokemon cards, and I'll gladly sell them to you. Again, the hollows, those would probably get anywhere from PSA 5 to PSA 7, maybe PSA 8. But the other ones that are first edition in those cases, no, those are getting at PSA 8 to PSA 10, every single one of them. Nick Finger says, I'm selling my Doge this Saturday night to get more Omi. That's probably one of the best things. I think Doge could be $1 by Saturday. Not because I believe in the fundamentals or technical analysis at all, but because you never underestimate the power of a meme at large. If there was a Harambe coin, I'd get it. Not because I believe in fundamentals, just because I love Harambe. I love Doge too, but I just never got it. Again, fundamentals aren't there. But yeah, that's gonna be one of the best things. If Doge reaches $1, you sell it there and you buy Omi on Monday. Because even whether the dip comes or not, if it comes, great, we could buy more. If it does not come, then, well, then it doesn't matter. We bought it at the right time. Wow, Brett Reed with 500 yuan? I'm not sure what that is. Says, again, want to thank you for doing a great job on keeping the community positive on Ecomi without overhyping silly rumors like most YouTubers. Thank you, Brett Reed. Thank you for the 500 yen. That means a lot. We have a... again, I'm truthful. I try to be truthful. 40 likes, thank you guys. I try to be truthful in every single thing that I do, and I'm an open book. So ask me anything. I show people like Bank say I show people my E-Trade account. I show people literally my tax return the other day. I don't have and I tell you guys why I do certain things. Like here's a copy of, real quick, my sales for Tesla. I had sold Tesla, and I told people about this. I never actually gave proof of it, so let me make sure I'm not showing any important things here. Just common Tesla stock that I had sold to get that big Pokemon card. And that's what I did in conjunction with other things. So obviously the taxes on this were a biatch and a half. But, I try to make it so that, again, very transparent, and thinking information should be free. So thank you very much, Brett Reed. That means a lot. Where was I in the comments? Basilio says, good move, Nick. I've been telling my little brother to get out of his Robinhood where he holds his Doge. Yeah, so Robinhood I don't like, because you had, when people were buying GameStop and AMC, and I liked what they were doing, not Robinhood, the people. There's a bunch of these other boomers that were, and you see people on CNN, and you see people on CNBC, or CNBS as I like to call them. They go and they're just like, well, what are they doing? People can't do this. This should be illegal. Well, what should be illegal is people talking behind closed doors and saying that, like, okay, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to take our 8 and 9 figure dollars worth of wealth, we're going to move the market, we're going to shorting a stock, shorting it more shares than are actual shares available. That should be illegal. But you know what people are doing, and why I don't trust analysis, a data analysis on there, is because what they did, there's a bunch of people that are smart, like me and you, that are smart, and they say, oh, this is what they're doing. What we could do is we could buy all these shares that they're shorting, and as we buy them, make the price go up and make it a squeeze. We buy and we hold, and they made it a squeeze, and they couldn't, they had to sell because they were losing a lot of money, and as they sell, they have something called a stop loss, where if it reaches a certain amount, you have to sell. So they're selling, and the price just keeps going up and up and up, and that's why it went from like $20, like $500 for GameStop and AMC, and people were having a field day on Reddit and on these on Reddit and on what do you call it, Robinhood. But then Robinhood, they said, yeah, no, you're not allowed to trade those anymore for like the rest of the day or the rest of the week. And they're like, what hecking, excuse me? That was wrong on so many levels. So yeah, I do not like Robinhood for that at all. I will never be on Robinhood for that. Raythax, again, thank you so much. Get that million, owe me. You get that, and you let me know when you do, and we'll slap hands. We'll high five. Crystal Poindexter, how's it going? Says, I'm on RH and scared to wait until Saturday to sell my Doge. Yeah, that's something that you have to go and say, like, well, could sell it now, but I might miss out on some games. Because again, what if you go to sell on Saturday and Robinhood says, no, no, can't do it anymore. I don't know what to do. Again, I don't have Robinhood, so I don't. Will Doge probably go up by Saturday? Yeah, probably. Might even hit $1, just because people are they're wondering what Elon Musk is going to do. That'd be such a troll if he wears a Doge shirt, but he actually doesn't mention Doge the whole night. That'd be crazy. Mazzilio says sell it now. Wait, is there an Earth 1? Yes, Chris Rose. We right now currently are on Earth 1. Or, well, that's what I call it. That's what we call it. But for all we know, we could be in a simulation and we could have this could be Earth 287. This could be the 287th time that this has started. Excuse me, hiccups. And yeah, we don't know. Raythax is an Omi millionaire after just one buy. Or just, yeah, Omi millionaire after one buy. Just what a mad lad. I love him. Launa Ij says, I was looking at buying an Antarctica on Earth 2. Well, the link down below to my megacity. Yeah, definitely go there. I have so many different places. And it's 7 miles long too. That's the great thing about it. It's that you can choose in the east, you can choose in the west. We're so well protected. We're surrounded by an ocean, and we are surrounded by a mountain that's to the south of us. So in the warring world, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Zero says, Millionaires Club. Quad Shoto says, is USDT transferable back into your bank account or stuck as crypto? Yeah, I think it's just stuck. I don't think you can put USDT into your bank account. I'm pretty sure that's just stuck in wherever you have it until you trade it in for something else. But I think you can stake with USDT, though, if I'm not mistaken. Someone correct me on that if I'm not. Again, Brett Reed, thank you so much for that 500 yen super chat. Let me know exactly what currency that is. I'm very unfamiliar. I'm not smart. Luna says Harambe coin. Oh my god, yeah, Harambe coin would be great. I don't even know if you can do that. Like creator, I have to learn how to make a crypto because I do want to do that at some point. Make a finite amount, make it, something not like Doge where hundreds of thousands are made every day. Brett Reed said, also check your IG later for something interesting. All right, we'll do. Brett Reed, we'll do. Crystal Stroud says, I love all the love in this chat. Aw, I love you guys too. That was me like feeling. That was me like my feels. When someone says something like that gets you in your feels. I love it. So Crystal Stroud, you are the best. Homies. Crystal Stroud said we should all squeeze some stock together. Well, I think we could all squeeze some Omi. but again, I'm doing this for the long term. If I buy, I'm not selling it. So it doesn't matter what it does short term. If it goes to 10 cents, goes down to 2 cents, it could go to 1/10 of a cent. I don't care. It's just the long term hold, which is what I think it can do. And And there's just to piggyback on what Brett was saying, like there are some people that are like dollar by the end of the year. That would mean this is $100 billion company by the end of the year. I don't see that. What I do see is $10 billion is not outside of the realm of possibility. That it's not, and to get to $10 billion, I think you only have to go to 6 cents. And I think this company is severely undervalued, like severely. So $10 billion, I think is nothing. So for it to go to 10 cents, it would be, well, let's say 12 cents. $20 billion. Yeah, that's still nothing. So, like I said, my bullish case for the end of the year is 12 to 15 cents. Base case is 10. My bear case is 6. Bear case is 6 that it still only goes 10x, which is insane. But that's why I love it. Bitcoin I think only goes, I think between 150 and 200. But you have places like Citibank saying 300,000 by the end of the year, and then you have places like Bloomberg saying 400,000 by the end of the year. A lot of that is going to be because of the ETF that is built. All the ETFs that get approved because we have a chairman on the board in the SEC that is very pro crypto now. And I think also Janet Yellen backpedaled. I mentioned this morning that Janet Yellen, she was chairman of the Federal Reserve, who is now Secretary of Treasury, and she had said, like, I think interest rates should rise because like we're growing too quickly or something like that. And then I don't know if it was Biden or Biden advisor, but it took a tank. Like Bitcoin went down, oil went down, everything went down. And then like earlier today, she had actually backpedaled and said, actually, yeah, I did not mean that. I did, like, someone definitely talked to her and she's like, I didn't mean that. What I actually meant was that it could at some point go up. So, but even though I think interest rates should probably go up, again, they're printing more and more of the dollar, where they cannot print more of OMI. They cannot print more of Bitcoin. Look at the white paper for OMI. They can't do it. They can't. That's what they had on the white paper. And when they had 750 billion, 94 billion can never be mined, or can never be accessed for like 1800 years. So that's something that I thought was very interesting. And oh my God, Chris Rose again with the super chat. Thank you so much. The most super chats in here. Just dollar bills, yo. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's why I'm very, very bullish on OMI. So could we squeeze OMI? We might. But again, I'm not in it for a short-term squeeze. But Crystal Stroud, let me know what you want a short-term squeeze. Vasilia said Randy is going to make his own crypto one day and we'll name it the Cougar Rand. I love how people call me the real Randy Cougar Hunter. Because, yeah, since I was 19, so over a decade now, since 2010, I've dated women mostly in their late 30s and early 40s. Now it's been late 40s and two girls I was with that were 50. But, yeah, I don't... If you love someone, like if you have a connection with someone and you make each other laugh and you have a good time and you learn from each other, then yeah, age shouldn't mean anything. Age shouldn't. It shouldn't. I mean, you should. I mean, make sure it's legal. Don't be gross with it. But yeah, if you have some. Although I will say that when I was 15, I worked with this girl named Kalina, who was 22 and we flirted hard. She was cute and just like, I would. Of course I would. She was an older girl. But yeah, I liked that since I was younger. I liked my teachers. I liked that. Anyway, enough about me. But we're going to move on. Nick Fingar says, I'm actively part of the silver squeeze movement too. Oh, so I actually had, I was buying silver when I was in the military because I wasn't sure what to do with my money. And even then I knew, okay, well, Fed is printing money at an unprecedented rate with this quantitative easing. Let me go and buy silver because I couldn't really afford gold. It was like $1,500 an ounce. I was like, silver is much less. If silver is like $20 an ounce, I could buy a little bit of it. So I'll go on CoinRare. Yeah, I think CoinRare is the place. And I actually sold it recently, the last couple months to get Bitcoin, and then sold some of that Bitcoin to get OMI. So I've been doing very well. But from what I read on silver is that there's actually not enough physical silver in the world to meet demand if everyone wanted to cash in. It's like, oh, well, that's interesting. And silver you could use for many different things. Like, what is one of the most valuable things in games? There's iron, there's steel, and there's silver weapons. So very, very good. Also, good for werewolves. You know that Robinhood did shut Doge off too during... Really? So Robinhood did shut Doge down at some point as well, not just GME and AMC. That is very interesting. Yeah, that's another. So if I had Doge right now, I would sell between now and Friday night. I would not wait until Saturday, because there's a chance, even though it might not happen, you could sell Saturday. Let's say it's 70 cents today, and you sell today. Are you going to be salty that it goes to $1.20 on Saturday, and then everything goes off without a hitch? Okay, that is just something you're going to have to live with. Or don't sell today, wait for it to go to $1.20, and then it crashes. They're saying that nope, we can't do it, and then it actually does crash, and then it actually goes to, when Elon Musk says, by the way, those are just a joke, y'all the freaks. Yeah, I know. And then it just crashes, and you're not able to sell until it goes down like 50 cents the next day. Again, any of those things could happen. I don't know which one. I don't like the fundamentals of Doge, so that's why I would sell either way. Robinhood is just the government trying to centralize crypto, at least in the USA. Yeah, I don't know where I read that connection, that one of the people that owns GameStop or whatever like that, is like on the board at. There's a connection between GameStop and Robinhood, and why they didn't allow people to sell GameStop. I was like, that should be illegal. Like when Nancy Pelosi at the end of last year in December, she has access to these congressional hearings, knowing full well that Biden had planned to go on and say like, hey, we're going to extend the electric vehicle credit, the tax credit for Tesla, where Tesla, they used all of them, they weren't available anymore. But he extended it to them. And what did Nancy Pelosi do with this information? That Biden did not announce until like February or January of that next year. She told her husband, hey, go buy option stock on Tesla. And they bought, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars or $1 million of that. And that should be illegal, because she's using congressional hearings. That is illegal, actually, using congressional hearings, knowledge from that, to tell her husband to go. But well, she didn't do it. It was her husband's account. But you think she didn't tell her husband exactly what was going on? So again, that's why I think she should be in jail. But that's just my opinion. Stray Moy is available in Earth 2 for 61 cents. Very nice. Wangal Rigzin says, oh, happy Cinco de Revenge of the 6th. Says, Doge is just my currency to change onto OMI. Transfers really fast to Bitforex. I don't care where the price goes. 1.1 million OMI, Wangal Rigzin. You mad lad. Keep it up. Brett Reed says, it was yen, by the way. Okay, very good. Brett, are you in Japan? Yen, yeah. I remember reading once in a manga called Fruits Basket. It's a great manga, by the way. Actually, part of the reason why I got horse on me, because I didn't know, like, up until I started getting into manga and anime, I didn't know much about Japanese culture. And, in America, in the West, we have things like the what do you call it? The Pisces and Aquarius and all that. And I happen to be Sagittarius. We have that, but in the East, in Japan, they have, they have originally it was a times-keeping table of 10s and 12s. The animals of the Chinese zodiac, and I was born in the year of the horse, and the horse in that show or in that manga called Ren, one of those, was a horse, and I really identified with her, so that's why I got horse on me. Teddy Fisher says, when will we be able to buy OMI on VV? I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully soon. When we are able to do that, I'll just do it straight from there. That'll be so easy. That'll be super easy. Launa EG says, I would love to create a coin that helps the PR Puerto Rico in times of crisis. Maybe Koki coin, LOL. But there is a book on how to create a Bitcoin from scratch on Zlib. A lot I don't understand, though. Continuing on, says, I just see a bunch of potential in cryptocurrencies helping out the people. Yeah, that'd be great. So again, I have to learn about more into it, but I want to make it useful too. I want to be able so that you can stake with it, that you can make NFTs with it. I'm gonna get some water. Give me like 30 seconds. I'm back. It was not even 30 seconds. Ooh, sorry, I farted. We have fun here. But yeah, so if I'm gonna do something, I'm not gonna half butt it. I'm gonna make sure that I go in and I full butt it the whole way, and I make sure that I go and it's what people want. It's what's going to be useful. Yeah. Moving on. Roger Crisoli says, great info. Thanks, Randy. No problem, Roger. No problem. Lynn says, and for sure, the future, if we're planning on being a multiplanetary species, yes, that's 100% as well. Multiplanetary species is going to be something that I wish I could help with. I'm not smart enough. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a physicist. I do like to study physics. And it's really cool, like, because things break down when you go cellular, or not even cellular, like super finite, micro, because you see that atoms are empty space. You see that inside of atoms, which are supposedly the smallest things, you see fermions and all these things that, like, well, what's inside of them? And it's really cool. And that's what Elon Musk did with Tesla, just break everything down to a physics principle and then building up. Same thing he did with SpaceX. So yeah, very excited for that. And oh yeah, Chris Rose. Chris Rose left me a rose in that last super chat. That was so cool. I love you. Teddy Fisher says you can get someplace in Arabic for 61 cents, which is cool. Quad Shoto says next pandemic stimulus government pays the people in crypto. That would be great. I did read that my friend got an email saying that there might be another stimulus check coming, which would be super fantastic. I would love that. Yeah, just put it into crypto, and then you have the people saying like, well, why don't you just give it to charity? And I could, but if I put it into crypto and it 10x's itself, $1,400 becomes 14,000, then I'll give half of that to charity. And again, everything again at some point, probably but maybe when I'm 45 or when I have it in my will that a lot's going to Best Friends Animal Society right now, and for the but I need to set up. I want to set up a trust. I don't know how to do it though, for conservation, and I don't know who to trust it to. Like saying like, hey, make sure this goes to conservation, because they have to be as into conservation as I am, or they're going to be like, I don't know. I want to be intelligent, so I have a lot of work to do. Even though I'm retired, I have a lot of work to do. Zilla says Uncle Joe's stimulus is now. Vasilio, you're the best, man. I love you. Teddy Fisher says Ain, Sada, Yemen are all 70 cents. Actually, Yemen is 69.5 cents, or at least it was before this stream. And Nick Fingar, he's a Sagittarius too. Oh, very nice. We're all Sagittarius people in here. Not all of us. That'd be impossible. Quad Shoto says about to call it a night, Randy. I'll try and catch the stream in the AM. Good night, good night, Quad Shoto. Yeah, it's after midnight. I should probably get going soon anyway. But if you guys are still here, I'll talk all night with you. I love it. I love that. And oh my God, Chris Rose with a heart says, all right, I'm gonna head out. All right, Chris Rose, thank you so much. You gave me so many super chats. Thank you. Good night, my fam. But yeah, I'll be here all night as long as you guys want to keep talking. As long as we have a good conversation. Vazila says same here. All right. Or when he says good night, Quad, same here. Yeah. Oh, so Vasilio, you're Sagittarius too. Yes. So we should all have a Sagittarius birthday party somewhere for all the Sagittarius peeps. Laura EJ says, I feel that 100%. I love physics. I love science. I'm just not an engineer or anything of that sort. But at least there's many resources out there to learn. Thankful for that. Yes. Yeah. I again, when people say they're nostalgic for, the 80s, the 50s, the 90s, which I'm not. Yeah, I miss it too. I miss waking up on Saturday morning and eating a bowl of cereal, of Waffle Crisp, of Kix, of Pops. And oh, what happened to my? Okay, we're good now. I miss watching all of that, and I miss doing that. But at the same time, I don't. I didn't have the connections life that people had. I was lucky in that most of my friends were still my friends that were in the same town as me. Everyone I knew was mostly in the same town, except for maybe family, grandparents, whatever. But for military in general, a lot of older guys that I served with said like, yeah, in Desert Storm they had this. Again, when I was there in Kuwait, I wasn't in Desert Storm. I was in OEF, OIF, Inherent Resolve and Enduring Freedom. About going to serving with these guys that were in Desert Storm. So the base that I was at in Ali Al Salem, that was where Desert Storm had happened and where my friend Pong saw Ghost. And they said, yeah, here 20 years ago, There was no internet. You had to wait on like a sat phone, wait for an hour just to be able to call, your wife or call your girlfriend. Whereas there, we go to the morale tent. We have internet in the morale tent. It was a little internet was a little iffy, but you had Skype. You had things that you could physically see your significant other or your baby or your dog, and to go back to the 90s, go back to the 80s when we didn't have that is just I would feel so bad. Because right now we can go and Periscope and go and Snapchat, we can go live, and we can talk to people in real time. Back then you couldn't do that. Maybe you could read a paper, maybe in a chat room for AOL, but that's what, like I said, the world we grew up with is not there anymore. It is this world, and it's a better world. It is something where we may have lost a couple of things, but we've gained so much. The comforts now, I would rather be poor in 2021 than I would rather be middle class in 1990, just because of the stuff that we have. Again, that's just what I would be. Chris Rose. Oh, everyone. Oh, yes. He's like, oh, Basile, you're a horse as well. Yes. So Basile, are you 30 like me? Are you 42? Are you 18? Let me know. I think, well, you have a kid. So I think, if I remember correctly. So probably either 42 or 30. Having a kid at 18 would be very, very, very hard. All right. So we got Teddy Fisher saying Howdramont is for 70 cents. Oh, 42. So yeah, my friend Sue, who I met, she was my friend Mark's wife back in the day. She was a horse like me, and yeah, she told me a little. So I like the and that's an interesting way if you're in Japan and you don't want to ask someone how old they are. You say like, oh, what zodiac animal are you? And when they say, you can kind of guess. Well, all right, this person's either 50 or 38. And you could just guess that way. So that's really cool. We should get a bunch of horses, and we should just. And there's some concerns on Guidebook Gaming, which also Guidebook Gaming they're the best. They shout me out all the time. They go and they give away free tiles, but for Earth 2, someone had a concern on there saying that, well, just because that you were able to build racetracks doesn't mean you're going to be allowed to have cars. I was like, listen, there's a car in the trailer. Of course we're gonna have. There's a plane in the trailer, and at that time, like Smooches, who I love, she's amazing. She said like, well, if there's no cars and we're just gonna run around and go vroom vroom, Naruto run as we run around. Oh, I have a cardboard box right there, and you ever get like a paper cup of a cardboard? Lauren says the year of the ox. I guess I was bullish all along. Oh, I see what you did there. I see you did the how do you pronounce that? Lineage? Lingerie? No. The Zeal says, I used to be a cougar hunter from 24 to 30, but not anymore. Yeah, well, I'm glad you settled down. Someone your age, I think, or maybe someone younger. Who knows? Good for you. I know my girlfriend. There's this Facebook page called Veterinarians After Dark, and she said that on the page, when we first got together, she said she put the next day, I took a 29-year-old home last night because I was 29 at the time. And I was like, oh, you did, and everyone loved it. I was like, of course they did. So I hope I don't lose some of my hotness. It's like, oh, well, he's not in his 20s anymore. He's not as hot. I was like, oh. But again, she just turned 48, and I love her. I love her so much. She's so funny, and yeah, we have good times. So Drew W says a new Joker location. He just posted in Discord. What was it, Drew? What was it? He was buying Vinalt, I think. He was buying somewhere, and wherever he bought had like 18,000 tiles bought. Not him himself, but him and everyone else. Again, you have characters coming in that are willing to drop 6 figures like it's nothing and buy all these different places. And because they, like me, can read the writing on the wall, why did Predict come in and spend $330,000 in Earth 2 tiles? Because she can read the writing on the wall. She knows what's coming. Same thing with Joker. Same thing with Ari Realty, who spent $40,000 when this first started, when this all could have been a scam. We didn't know at the time. But he did. He's like, no. And the more I got into it, it's like more like, oh, he's right. Oh, like he's right. So that's something where we go and we say, oh, okay, well, now we knew, after a couple of days I felt comfortable making videos because I looked into it, I looked into what they were doing, I looked into the developers. Like, I really like this, and especially because Dylan Seo was attached, founder of the Oculus, which Facebook has now, but founder of it. I was like, okay, yeah, this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. This is the technology. Again, we have a perfect storm for OMI and for virtual reality, for virtual real estate. A lot of people that are worried about phase two. All right, listen, like, let the game be good. Let them make it to the best of their ability and never let them. I'm glad the developers are like this. They are going to, the short-term people, we'll shake them out. And even though I don't want them to, I want them to stay in. I want them to be frustrated and then, oh, hey, this paid off. This actually paid off. And because then the next time when they see something, they may like, oh, maybe that'll teach them patience. Or, again, it could work the same way. Like, oh, I got out too soon or too to the moon. And the next time, maybe they'll be a little more patient. So now that it is 2 o'clock, when it's you and me, we must. Oh, no one to tell us who to be. We'll keep turning up the radio. What if you and I just put up a middle finger to the sky? We hit the 2-hour mark. Let them know that we're still rocking and rolling at 12:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going all night, baby. Or as long as you guys want to. It's fun. I love you guys. This is my 3rd time streaming today. I've streamed for probably like 5 hours today at this point, but I love it. I love you guys. I love the community that we have. Teddy Fisher, you could buy someplace in Arabic for 69 cents. Everyone comment nice down below. Again, a great way to support the channel is by commenting and by liking and subscribing. That really, really does help. I go live at 10:15 every morning and 10:15 every night, Eastern Standard Time. Early enough for my base, but actually there's a couple people, like I think Alex, if he hasn't shown up yet, he wakes up and he has his coffee and he listens to me. So Alex, you're my friend. I love you. Speaking of Japan, you may appreciate one of my favorite E2 purchases. I own the original Nintendo location and their second look. How much did you pay for that? How much are you willing to sell that for? Because, oh my God, like clearly I love Nintendo. I got the Star Fox, Pew Pew. I want to get either a Samus or a Link firing at Star Fox or something so that it looks like they're shooting at each other. That'd just be really cool. That'd be really boss. Naeg, like Mirage. Oh, Laneage or Garage? Laneage. Okay, all right, so Laneage. Okay, very, very good, Laneage. Basilio said, oh, Basilio, you got a 31-year-old. You mad lad, you did it. You did it. You got someone my age. Good for you. So you got someone my age, and I got someone closer to your age. Are you married, or is it just like, not married? Because again, me and my girlfriend, I don't know, she hasn't said anything about marriage, but she's also, it's really weird. She's been wanting to take things slow like forever, even though she always like says, oh, come over, babe, come over. And it's like, babe, I can't come over. I live an hour and a half away. I have to stream. And she's like, my parents aren't home, so I'll go with. No, she's 48. Her parents are in Florida. But imagine me streaming while I'm driving. No, I would never do that. That's, well, if I set it up where somebody else streams while I drive, I'll just, talking. Maybe at some point if I do a 24-hour stream. Ethiopia now, Drew W. Drew W, is that where Joker's buying? Yeah, oh, Ethiopia. That's so interesting. Family's Camping says, yeah, Ethiopia is where he bought the $3,600. Oh, wow. I wonder why. Wouldn't it be crazy if he was one of the developers? If he was like Wolfgang or Thomas or something and just trolling? Why that one tile? What was on that one tile? What do we know about that location? Does it have any historical significance? Is that the first alien sighting? Is that the first place where, in biblical language, Cain and Abel or anything like that? Let me know. I need to know. Wangar and Rigzon says the real Randy Chavez in Tibetan language. Ooh, interesting. I have to screenshot that. Hopefully this doesn't turn everything off. Okay, there we go. Has anyone ever seen those Tibetan like those giant like mastiffs? Tibetan mastiffs, I think they're called ovcharkas. First off, the puppies are the most adorable things in the world. Second off, when they grow up, they are bear hunters. Like they are just savage beasts, but they're so good. I love them. Alan Moore says, have you talked about Shane's E2 card tweet? I have multiple times, but I can again for all of you that are just joining me. So the E2 card basically means that they were having issues with paying people, not because they didn't have money. They are very well capitalized, but because that every time someone was trying to withdraw, let's say $1,000, they'd go to pay them, and then they would accidentally send them $2,000. So it's like, oh my God, like, and that could be a pain for very much a lot of reasons. So what they were doing is trying to figure out a way to just to pay them where there's no issues. One of the ways was this E2 credit card that you can go, you can order, you can withdraw, do a credit card withdrawal for them, similar to Revolut, but again, it's specifically for E2. And not only that, they've already paid 6 figures out with this card as well. I got 45 likes. Oh, thank you guys. So that's something that I'm very, very happy with. Why they had to delay phase 2, because if they announce their crypto, and that one, you're just getting so much money flowing in, and people trying to trade go in and out. They needed to fix this first before they announce crypto, and they need to announce crypto before phase 2. So again, I'm very happy with the way things are going. And do I wish things have gone faster and worked out right way? Yes, 100%. But I am 100% okay with this because that means they're taking their time. They're protecting their baby. Same thing like Vive doesn't have their wallets out yet, or their hard wallets, just because they want to make sure when they release it, it has no bugs. So that's why I'm 100% on board with it. Brian Scarce, I'll read your comment in a second. I felt a lot. I thought this was going to be a short stream because I was like a little hungover before, but I'm fine right now. I took a nap, going all night, baby. Brian Scarce says, sup, Randy? Love your content. I just heard that E2 may be releasing a withdrawal card. What's your take on this? GoChain. Well, the card I just went over, but GoChain, again, founder of GoChain, is following Shane on Twitter. So that means they're either going to be using a coin that's on GoChain, maybe Omi, they're using GoChain itself, or it's a crypto that they're making themselves. Again, I believe when Earth 2 finally comes to phase 2, just phase 2, they're going to be one of the biggest games in this virtual reality universe. And that's only phase 2. We're not even a complete game yet at that point, and you're going to be doing so much amazing stuff. It's a huge game right now with over 250,000 users, like 300,000 to 400,000 users. And again, you have people like celebrities like the Butch Tan, who's got 1 million followers on TikTok. You have Logan Paul, who's got a couple, it's like 20 million followers that are in Earth 2 already. You have it on TV commercials in Italy and magazines or revistas in Spanish, and you have people that are making content every single day. Guidebook Gaming streams every night. I stream twice a day on it, in conjunction with Omi and other stuff as well. I make videos about it as well. And when it's that complete game, I bet it's going to be one of the biggest games in the world. In the world, not just in the VR universe, but in the world, because of the potential it has. Why did Roblox get listed? Why did Decentraland get listed? Because the potential is there. And the graphics in these games are not great, but in Earth 2, they were not joking when they said the graphics are better than Red Dead Redemption graphics, which is going to bring in a lot of these people that only play A-rated games or whatever. Earth 2's at the moon. Lanaj, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. Says, yes, I feel like it's going to be a thing like 20 years from now. Kids are going to be mad at their parents for not buying E2 land to be able to game or something, which is correct. Because you have these, you only have a small amount of time to buy tiles because there's a limited amount of them. After a certain amount's bought, no more can be bought. You're only going to be able to rent tiles from that or buy from someone else. But I guarantee you, when you have tiles that you bought from someone else, I'm not going to sell tiles. I do giveaways because I like the community, but I don't sell because I know that I'm never going to get those tiles back, at least not for that price. And once there are no more tiles to be bought, I'm going to be damn sure I'm never selling, and nobody's ever going to sell. Maybe I would sell some tiles up here to buy more tiles down here so I can buy more and get more resources, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Says, I bought them from the map. Oh, very good, very good. Did you see heat map updated as well in Earth 2? Says, yes, that's the correct way. The last way is the correct way you said it. Okay, very, very good. Very good, Lanaj. Moving on. Basilio says, I'll tell you what's up on the DMs, bro. Thank you very much. Basilio says, but met her when she was 19. Oh, so yeah, that's similar to when I was 19. I was dating a 44-year-old at the time. But yeah, that's what started it. I'd always loved older women even when I was younger. Again, like in teachers, it was fun. Nothing ever happened to me in the teacher, although I wanted it to. No. Fanblins Camping says, I think he was playing Zeus. He was paying Zeus? Oh, to build the roads? Okay, interesting. Freedy Mercury says, hey, Randy, I watch all after work. See you. Have a nice day. Oh, yes, thank you. I feel bad for people that left like a half hour ago and think, oh, he's only going to go for a few more minutes. 35 minutes later. Crystal Stroud says, I got mad at E2 for changing my account name to my email address. I could not get it back to what it was before, apparently because of the special characters. Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, I had something. It was my email for a little while too, and I don't know why. But I think it's just ChaviCat5 or ChaviCat. Doesn't say the real, I don't even know what it says. I think it says the real Randy Chavez. I don't look at my profile really. I just buy. I just buy. Sometimes I go to transactions to see like, oh, well, this person spent. I think the biggest one I had was I got like a couple $100. Somebody bought land in like Montauk, Long Island, and they used my referral code. They had spent like thousands of dollars and they used my referral code. I was like, thank you. It was great. They spent like 5 figures. Like, wow, that's fantastic. Crystal Stroud says, I haven't logged on for a couple weeks until now. Oh, wow. So how much land income tax did you get? How much referral codes did you get? Wangal Rigson says, I heard VV Omi is migrating out of GoChain. So yes, that is I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but yeah. And that's not saying that they're going to disuse Omi. They can. They're always going to use Omi. But they are going out of GoChain. They might be going on Ethereum. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll keep everyone posted. Like I said, I'm like that on Twitter. I follow them on Twitter. I follow them on Instagram and all that stuff. So I will keep you guys posted. Lanaj, I said, I think so too. After phase 2, I think that it will open the floodgates. Yeah, and I can't wait for that. Basilio said, heard the same one go. Yeah, so again, I think it's going to go on Ethereum. Again, I don't know if it's confirmed or not yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. And I think he actually mentioned it in a stream the other day that they had a falling out. But either way, going to somewhere that had this going on Ethereum will not be bad as long as Ethereum 2.0 works out really well. And then we have Oliver Castano says, hi, I love this channel. Oh, thank you, Oliver Castano. Thank you very much. I love you too. Crystal Shroud says, only about $4 land income tax. I have over 30 USA tiles and over 2,000 tiles. Wow. All right. Very good. Keep it up. Crystal Shroud can't wait for the next phase to get the next level and to build in Chaveztopia. Heck yeah. All right, guys. My throat is killing me. I've streamed for over 5 hours today, so I do have to go. But I love you all. Please comment, like, subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I will see you all in the morning. Titus says, hey, bro, how you buy Earth 2 money besides credit card? I had bad experience with it. My $200 gone and not credited. I would definitely email the developers about that because I'm not 100% sure why. I always debited in with a debit card. I don't know. We used to be able to PayPal. You can't anymore, but I'll let you know. Or again, email the developers about that. I think debit card is what I do. But yeah, definitely email or go on their Discord and go to bug reporting and say, hey, I have this, and they'll take care of you. Peace, Crystal. Peace, brother. Peace, Jason Mack. Good night, Randy. Because everyone say bye to Dashi. Bye, Dashi. Goodbye. Thank you guys for the super chats. It's been a lot. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Thanks, bro. No problem, Titus. Meow.